Welcome to the club.
My club are mental, aren't they?
21 is coming. You're chatting gas.
Embarrassing.
Off, ref!
Most toxic fan base in the world are Arsenal.
Liverpool, the worst champions ever.
What is happening, everyone? Welcome to the club, a Champions League night at Anfield. It gives you goosebumps. I thoroughly love this competition, and whatever is going on domestically for Liverpool Football Club, when they are in Europe, they are a different beast. Coming up against the record holders. This is European heavyweight. Before we get into it, I need to say a huge thank you to the wonderful people at NordVPN. We have a partner. Thank you, NordVPN. You utter heroes. We are honoured and delighted that NordVPN have chosen to partner with us until the end of the season. So thank you to everybody for watching this stream that has allowed that partnership to happen. And there is some fantastic news for you. It is NordVPN's birthday. They are 11. And you can therefore get some serious discounts without any jeopardy. You get a 30-day money-back guarantee. And all you have to do is head over to nordvpn.com/the club. Wonderful news, eh, chaps?
Yeah, amazing news. Thank you to NordVPN for being our very first sponsors. Really appreciate them guys joining us. And as I said, the link's in the description below. As Rory said, nordvpn.com/the club. You can use VPNs for loads of different reasons. One of my favorite reasons is, of course, those goals that are, geolocated. Is that
that's what it is.
And you can't watch them because you're in the UK and they're on whatever other channel on Twitter. Well, you can change your location with a VPN.
For me, it's all about the movies as well. Yeah, the football's a big thing, but watching beautiful cinema from around the world,
oh my God.
Wherever you are based, it's a beautiful thing, Adam.
You're going to act like a movie connoisseur now, aren't you?
I certainly am.
Yeah, go on. Yeah. What's the most uppity film you've watched? The most artistic.
No, he is very into art house French cinema. I do know that.
Let's hear it.
The 400 Blows. French New Wave, beautiful.
There we go.
And
French
that is the kind of movie
Wave
that you could watch anywhere around the world thanks to NordVPN. So thanks a lot, guys, for supporting the podcast and the stream.
Yeah, we really do appreciate it.
Big game.
It's a massive game.
It's a
massive game. It's a massive week. We're 1 month old as well. I know NordVPN.
Happy birthday, the club.
Their birthday, 11th. It's our 1 month birthday on the 19th, which was Sunday.
Well, many happy returns. Do you get many happy returns at 1 month? No, it's nothing.
You do.
It's
when it's a YouTube channel and you've hit 90k in a month.
I wanted a cake, lads, but I'm not even getting water.
Look, he's like your Torre. Yeah, he's moaning about a cake.
But the runners on this set, I mean, it's obviously a beautiful production. Fellow studios, shout out to those guys. But there's no runners giving us any water or cakes
or caffeine.
When's it going to come?
Where's the caffeine, Booth?
That's what I'm wondering, mate.
Jack, Mick Hucknall, où est le caffeine?
Civil play.
Get your own.
He's on screen early. We got him on. Every stream, we got to get him on.
I always want him on. I think that he's going to become the star of the show.
Yeah, 100%.
If it's anything like pitch side, their guy just becomes a star.
Mate, it's so funny.
He makes himself a star. It's just Lewis monologue.
I follow the pitch side channel on Instagram. Every single clip starts with him. He's definitely like
Newcastle are the best side in the world and all that.
Is that how he sounds? Yeah.
Lads, come on. Real Madrid.
Was that
Liverpool,
your Geordie accent, by the way?
Real Madrid.
Better than your Bristolian one.
When Real Madrid and Liverpool clash, this is the very definition of European heavyweights, isn't it? This is about as heavyweight as it gets when we're talking about European pedigree.
It's huge. And it's a massive opportunity for Liverpool.
Last year's finalist.
Yeah, of course. And Liverpool were incredible last season. I think there's a chance they beat Real Madrid across 2 legs. I really do. I mean, they're not favourites. They're not favourites, but it's a massive opportunity because if you knock Real Madrid out, Liverpool could go on a run to win the whole competition. They are that kind of side.
I don't think you ever write off Liverpool in a European context. Whether you certain clubs in certain competitions, they always deserve respect. Like, remember, the Liverpool team in 2007 that got to the final in Athens, they weren't a particularly good side. In fact, the side that won it in 2005, the side that won it in, they had Jermaine Pennant starting.
Crouchy.
Jermaine Pennant. The side that won it in 2005, they weren't a particularly good side, but Liverpool in a European context are always intimidating. They are always a force, and you can never write them off, even when they are up against the Galacticos.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's an amazing story.
We're all Real Madrid though tonight, isn't it? I'm doing my post, man, on my story.
Come on, mate.
Unlike you,
phone.
You don't do none of that, do you?
No, but I do. If I were to do it, I'd do it before we were live.
How you can't do it before you're live, though, can you? You can't say live now before we're live.
So that you could. I'd have it ready, set, rather than eating.
Yeah, but you can't.
What I'm going to do, lads, is go through the lineups. I want to get some initial reactions.
By the way, if your Deliveroo driver came after mine, we both would have been.
Nobody cares about your Deliveroo. Buvey, what are the
I was
teams?
about to do the lineups.
You because you're bringing it up on the.
By the way, Adam's delivery driver is more important than this beautiful starting 11 from Real Madrid and Liverpool. Okay, that's just where we are.
Right, let's hear the teams.
Alisson in goal, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Joe Gomez and Van Dijk. Maybe as strong as it gets in terms of the centre-back partnership. Andy Robertson, sorry. Bajatic.
Basatic. I don't think you changed your pronunciation. I just corrected you. You said it exactly the same as you said it first time.
Jordan Henderson, that's going to be important tonight. Jordan Henderson back in midfield. Salah, Gakpo, Nunes up front. Pace, power, hopefully some class from Salah. We've not seen it.
Gakpo, Nunes.
Let's hear the Real Madrid side.
On to Real Madrid. And this is the kind of game that I think they can get a draw and go back to the Bernabeu and try and...
Come on, give us the team.
Courtois in goal. Carvajal right back. Militao, Rudiger, Alaba. Then a midfield of Valverde, Camavinga, Luka Modric. It's unbelievable. Rodrigo, Benzema and Vinicius.
Look at their midfield. Say their midfield again.
We had Modric, we had Valverde and Camavinga.
And they're without Chouameni and Cruz. And that's their midfield.
It's crazy.
That's a luxury, isn't it? That's
absolutely.
Huge
Mate, it's crazy. They could control the game tonight just through Modric. He's that good. Liverpool
have hit some form at a good time, and like Rory was alluding to, they're always a problem in the Champions League. They, their home fans get up for it.
Yeah.
It's usually silence between the "You'll Never Walk Alone" at the start of the game and at the end of the game. But for Champions League nights, they're usually up for it.
Does it benefit Real Madrid that the second leg is away from Anfield? It's obviously back in Spain.
There's no away goals though now, is there?
But you don't want to be going.
It's always a benefit.
Yeah, you don't want to be
especially
going.
if it goes extra time. You get extra time at home and all that. But away goals changes things. I think it changes the way teams play in Europe as well.
Also, you know how up for it the Liverpool fans will be if they were to say win 2 or lose 2-1 away from home. That would really galvanise the team for the second leg. So you definitely don't want to go to Anfield for a second leg. So that certainly benefits Real Madrid. I think Real Madrid are so strong, aren't they? I mean, they're European champions for a reason, but they're so strong. You look at their bench. Just the names on the bench. I know that they're both past their best, but you're looking at like Toni Kroos on the bench. You're looking at Eden Hazard on the bench. These, at their peak at least, were 2 of the best footballers to have ever played the game. So there is genuine pedigree, genuine threat here for Liverpool. It's probably the worst tie that Liverpool could have got, but equally.
But there was a few weeks ago you got Liverpool are getting battered.
Yes, whereas
now
it's
not that now.
A
bit different.
Yeah, I think Liverpool can certainly win the tie.
They have to score a few tonight. They have to win 3-0 tonight.
No, it's not that drastic. Any win, a 1-0 win is enough.
Do you think?
Yeah.
1-0 win, you need a gap.
You beat Real Madrid 1-0. You go over there with something to defend. Absolutely.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I just worry about.
It means you go away and draw, you're through.
The only reason I say that is that the gap you need is just as a City fan, Real Madrid, what they can do to you at the Bernabeu. They can score 2-3 so easily.
No, against you though. Pedigree, isn't it?
Well, yeah,
it's the European pedigree I was referring to.
Do you get European football for coming 10th? Just for you guys next season?
You get it if you win the competition.
I don't know.
That's where we're going.
I'm personally, I've not signed a deal to do Thursday night streams with you lads. That'll be for you two. Obviously, you're doing it this season with Europa League for Man United. I don't know about Chelsea, but City will be doing Tuesday.
I've never heard a man.
Make sure you subscribe.
I've never heard a man
the Champions League streams.
You've not had a sniff of a European trophy.
Yeah, we have got to the final more recently than you.
No sniff though. You never win.
No.
Tottenham got to the final. They were never winning it. You're like them. You were never winning it. You're playing a team with
pedigree. Not above the Europa League. In fact, you'll be crying out for Europa League.
We've not played Europa League for nearly 10 years. You have. You're
years.
currently in the Europa League, so don't disrespect the trophy you're fighting for right now.
Do you know the jokes?
You disrespect
the joke's on you anyway. You know you'll talk to me about Europa League.
Yeah.
We're not going to be in that, so joke's on you.
Why?
Because we're going to finish 10th.
You'll be in the Conference League.
We're going to finish 12th. We're not going to be in a European football.
You almost want that, don't you?
No, I don't.
You have a clear run?
I don't.
You want Conference League?
No, I don't want Conference League. I want to be in the Europa League.
Really?
Yeah. Buvey, especially as a Man City fan, come on, you can't be sneering at the Europa League.
I know what you mean.
You can't be, and I can't be.
I know what you mean.
Like, some of Chelsea's best days came in that competition.
You're right.
Like, we beat Benfica in Amsterdam. Like, Ivanovic scored in the last minute. It's like sensational. Gianfranco Zola scoring in Stockholm against Stuttgart in the Rosunda Stadium.
It's unbelievable.
Like, I think that that those competitions are great. However, I agree with you on the conference thing.
Yeah, you ripping off the Europa League is like Sam Allardyce slagging off Pep's style of play.
Who was the manager? Was Was it Brendan Rodgers? Who was the manager that he was asked about the conference?
Yeah.
And he basically went, to be honest, I don't really know what this is.
Yeah, it's Brendan Rodgers.
Was it?
Last season, yeah.
Last
season.
That's so low.
Then
for the
also,
competition,
Mourinho cried about it.
That was big for Roma.
At Roma,
I like that. I really like that.
Weird that.
Doing well again, Mourinho, isn't he? I thought you've seen him.
I love how Buvey says he really he's not doing well though, is he? Really? Come on.
Third in the league.
Well, they're third in the league. They won their first trophy in decades since Totti was there.
Oh, how they fall from grace.
What do you mean?
He would never have
just
accepted
scorned by
third.
Mourinho.
You're so bitter about Mourinho.
He never would have accepted third. Football
He's the best
heritage
manager
now.
you've had since Fergie.
His
Easy,
football
by the way.
heritage now
Easy.
is,
If he was back, he would have won your league.
crying at a Europa Conference League. That's him now. That is him now.
I think it's quite significant.
Winning an Intertoto
It's quite significant. It's quite significant for Roma.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Roma are a massive
It's
club.
the capital
They haven't
city.
won-
Shouldn't
they
be
haven't won
celebrating
a trophy.
Third-rate European trophy.
But they didn't win
Understand if
anything.
it was
But they
them,
can't win the
They haven't won
Champions
anything.
League. They're never going to win the Champions League, are they?
No.
They hadn't won anything for
In 20
decades.
years.
Crying over a Conference League. Come on.
But you're in a bitter mood today. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I don't like it from you, lad.
Listen to me.
No, you're in a bitter mood today.
If this was the Jose Mourinho
No.
that was winning proper trophies, and if he had a sniff of Serie A, yeah, there's no chance he's crying over a Europa.
But it's not his fault. Roma had the money to have a sniff at the title. They don't. How do they have the sniff and win the title?
It's applicable to the club, isn't it? He wouldn't have cried over a Conference League with Chelsea in 05. But if you're achieving something that the club hasn't achieved for 20
can't believe
years,
that, Adam. You got to love football sometimes, mate. It's not all about Man United. Do you know what I mean? It's a beautiful. What in Rome? There was a
Man United in this conversation.
because you're a United fan. So what you go on about?
who mentioned
In Rome, it was beautiful. There was hundreds of thousands of people
Mate, if he
all
was
jumping about with fireworks. It was the most beautiful scenes ever when they won their first trophy in 20 years. That's what football's about. Not everyone can be Man United trying to win everything all the time. £1 billion spent.
Why is Mourinho
The Roma
crying?
story is beautiful.
I'm not on about Roma. I'm on about Mourinho.
because he felt
It's a
like it was an
massive fall
emotional
from grace.
moment.
He feels an emotional connection
Hold
to
on a
the club
minute.
there.
He said he once said about Arsene Wenger. What is it? He loves
Specialist in failure.
Specialist in failure.
Yeah.
He's become the same thing.
No, he's not.
He gets sacked
He's
every job he
literally
goes
just talking
into.
about him winning a trophy.
He just won a trophy.
You're literally talking about
A
him winning a
Conference
trophy.
League trophy.
That's
There's
what
a reason
Roma
you win
could
that,
win
bro.
last season. That's all Roma could win.
The reason he
It's
called him
like-
a specialist in failure is because he went a decade without a trophy.
It's like one of our teams getting relegated, yeah, and then winning the championship and going.
You know he's the most successful manager
won the
since
championship,
Fergie.
bruv. You
You know he's
shouldn't
the
be
most
there.
successful manager at your club in the last 10 years. He is.
You
Yes.
do
Why
seem
so
very
shush?
bitter about Jose Mourinho.
I'm not bitter. I'm just saying.
He won your Europa League,
You fell
League
off,
Cup, Community Shield.
I think he's doing a good job at Roma. They're third in the league at the moment. He is being linked with massive jobs.
PSG.
We had this conversation in the group the other day. Jose Mourinho never wins a top 5 league or a proper European trophy again.
In your
Interesting
opinion,
shout.
He never wins
in
Premier
your
League,
opinion.
Serie A.
He could win Syria.
The
German
thing is,
league,
will he be
Spanish
at a club? Will he be at a
If
club
not-
capable?
exactly.
Like, there are
There's a reason no one's going to appoint him.
There are only very
Roma did.
specific.
They're a massive
flush.
club, Roma.
There are
He's
on-
not a busted flush.
There are only very
Just won a
specific.
trophy.
There are very
Busted
specific
flush.
clubs that could win the Premier League, and he's not going to get. He's not going to get
Why?
the Manchester United job. The
Why?
Manchester. Well, because he's been to Manchester United, and he's not going to get the. He's not going to get the City.
Why?
job. Because they've got Guardiola.
If he was a winner when Guardiola leaves, they appoint him.
No, it's
He's
age
just
as
older.
well.
He's just a
Age.
different generation.
It's finished.
Have I missed something? What's happened in the
I don't
break?
have a clue.
What's happened?
I don't know. Jose Mourinho
it's a
is
beautiful story,
He
yeah.
still also has an awful lot to offer, I believe.
I love
Probably
him.
not at the level that you're
Just not as
suggesting.
my
I don't think
manager.
he'll be the next Man City.
I'm not
manager,
even
but I think
saying
he's
he's
a
Man
good
United.
manager.
It didn't work at Man United. Definitely not. He's still your most successful manager since Fergie.
I've not argued that.
Yeah.
You can't just point a stat at me and then say, "Oh, he's the most successful manager."
Yeah, but that's my only argument.
My
that
point is, he's finished.
Rory
That
and I are
doesn't
making the
change that.
argument that he's not finished because he's actually winning things.
He's winning things now.
Before
What
Spurs, he won
things,
things.
bruv?
After Spurs, he won
just won
things.
European silverware with Roma. What? Like you seem to be,
Conference League, bro.
but you not rating that doesn't make it not count.
It's got the word conference in
But
the title,
you
bro.
not rating it, and I don't particularly rate it. But that
It's
doesn't
not
mean it doesn't count.
It's not a Man United
It
trophy.
doesn't count.
It's a Roma trophy.
According to
Jose
you,
Mourinho,
Yeah.
the man that swanned around calling himself the special
in
one.
05.
This is-
In 05.
That's 19 years ago.
I don't care, bro. I don't care.
No, but you not caring doesn't mean it's not relevant. So he said it in 05. You're making it relevant today.
Yeah,
and then I
exactly.
say it. Then
when
I say he said
when
it in 05,
Ronaldo
you say you
wins a
don't care.
trophy in Saudi Arabia, I'm counting. I'm counting it. How about that?
I don't understand the relevance. of
That's
that.
the relevance.
Tell me how
I'm
that's relevant to what I'm
missing
saying.
how
That
much
is relevant to what I'm saying.
I can't believe
You're counting the
who's-
Conference League, which is a third-rate trophy. I'm going to count to Saudi Arabia.
But we're counting it relevant to Roma, not to Man United or
we're
Chelsea.
talking about
or...
Mourinho, not Roma.
If you want to
muppet.
count,
What are you on
wait,
about?
if you want to count Saudi trophy, I don't care. What's that got to do with what I'm saying? I don't care if you count.
We're counting a third-rate trophy and saying he deserves credit for it. It
does.
shows you how far he's fallen. That's my point.
That is a
here.
point, yeah, that he's not at the Champions League anymore. That's a fair point. But
And he swans it around, giving it the big one.
He's been a manager for 20 years,
Now you
bro.
fell
He's
off,
been a manager
bro.
for 22 years.
Now you fell off.
Some managers fall off. Not everyone can retire at Man United like Fergie did.
No one keeps... Stop.
Also, he hasn't... when you say he's fallen off, he's the manager of Roma. He hasn't really fallen off. He's a manager of an incredibly big club.
Oh, bruv. You're making a entirely different point. Roma's obviously a big club. I'm not denying that fact. Are they going to win a series? Are they going to win the league anytime soon?
No.
Are they going to win the Champions League
regardless of
anytime
who's
soon?
manager,
Is
no.
Mourinho going to do
Regardless
that
of who's their
anytime
manager,
soon?
no.
But he speaks like he's still that guy.
I haven't heard him speak like that
I've not heard him
recently.
speak like that. I'm not even trying to wind you up, Adam.
I heard him speak like that in 05.
Finished.
In
My point is,
2005,
you're
he
right.
said he was a special one, and you seem to be acting like he said it last week.
We said it 19 years ago.
So he's fallen off.
No.
He's declined slightly. He's not fallen off. He's not zero.
older. He's not 40.
If he used to be at 100,
60.
he's at 60 now.
Forget his age.
He's 60 years old.
Has he fallen off?
No.
He's
it's not
slightly.
It's not a falling off when you simply age.
Has he fallen off?
No, he hasn't fallen off. He's older now than he was when he was 40.
Forget his age. Has
Yeah.
he fallen off?
He's declined slightly.
Has Thiago Silva fallen off?
Yeah.
Thiago Silva's fallen off. If you think age immediately equals...
He hasn't fallen
By the
off,
way, I
Thiago
know this is
Silva.
completely off topic. I'm so up for that
Yeah,
film
so
called
am I.
Cocaine Bear.
But you know what I'm
I need
scared
to
of?
see that
What
film.
is it
It's
about?
about a bear
I
that
think it's a
eats a
good
load of
time to change the
cocaine
subject.
and goes mental.
It's based off a true story,
it's a
but
true
obviously...
story.
No, it's not a true story.
It is
It's
a true
based
story.
off a true story.
Basically, a load
What the
of gear
In real life,
falls out of the sky. A bear finds it and eats everybody. That is my favourite kind of film
In the
ever.
real story, the bear lasted 20 minutes, died of a heart attack.
Oh, that's terrible.
But in this, he goes on a
Why'd you
rampage
have
through
to
the
spoil
city.
the film? I wanted to see it.
I was so up for that film.
No, you're so mad.
That is like...
Well,
But I'm
it's
scared.
over now.
It's like-
no, the movie's fallen off. The movie's fucking fallen off. No, it's not what it used to be. It used to be proper cinema.
Yeah.
We used to have Orson Welles. Now we've got Cocaine Bear because Mourinho said 19 years ago, "I'm the special one." Load of rubbish.
Mate, honestly, that film...
Cocaine Bear.
Do you know what I've realised? Do you know what I've realised my skill set is?
Yeah.
Once I put a film on, I can watch any film. Like, you know, some people...
I can't. As I get older, I can't.
I will never turn a film off. I just sit
Really?
there. Yeah.
No.
I was watching a film the other day, right? That was honestly dreadful. Do you know The Business? Nick Love's Business.
Yeah.
Terrible film. I just sat there, just watching it, just like chewing gum for the mind. You know, just like letting it go. It's like, this will do.
What are these adverts? This is a weird channel. Are we on a legal channel? I shouldn't say that.
We
We're on a legal channel.
We are actually on a legal channel.
This is a weird advert.
Should
Should we do an advert?
We using
watch along?
NordVPN.
We should do a QVC watch along one day. Should we watch that? Who would in the
Nobody.
comment a QVC watch along?
Nobody wants to watch that, but
No?
no.
I think they'd rather watch you try and sell items like you're on QVC.
I'll do that.
That's more
I'll do that.
watchable, I think.
I don't think
Yeah.
you have the skills for that.
What, selling items?
Selling items. Yeah,
Sell
look
this.
how angry he is.
Sell this.
I'd be good at selling items.
Sell that. Can of water.
Look,
Lads,
global
you've already
warming.
alienated half of your audience.
Okay, lads and ladies. Global warming is getting hot out there. We're getting dehydrated. Okay, here's a beautiful tin of water. Okay, now just listen to this. Listen to this, lads. One sec. Listen now. Oh, look at that, and it's beautiful. It's flowing free. It's from a spring as well. It's from Everest, from Mount Everest. It's from the highest point on Earth. Okay,
In fairness, I'd buy this can.
Yeah?
I would buy this can today.
1999 for you, my friend. 1999.
Wakey wines over it.
Okay. I actually wanted that. Oh, give me a fresh one, please. Someone. Fresh one.
No, you got one.
Oh, Adam's on one today.
Adam's got loads down there. He's just in a bad mood with you.
Yeah.
I can see he's got loads of them. He's
I can't
storing
believe
them
how
up.
that. How we started that. I can't believe it. Something must have gone wrong with Mourinho.
It took
Did
you 20
Mourinho say-
seconds to start lying about
How
a
did
can
that
of water.
happen? How do we end up talking about
Did
Mourinho?
Mourinho do something to you in a personal
You know
setting?
what? Yeah,
behind closed doors.
You know
sort
when
of
he
thing?
come out and said about football heritage and that, yeah,
Thank you.
after he was a mug, just pissed me off, man.
Yeah, no,
he
I
never
get that.
respected his position as United.
Thank you.
Granted, the owners did a lot wrong.
What was the...
I know what you mean by that.
Let's not get back over the Mourinho.
No,
debate.
it was quite... I just don't know how we ended up going into that.
I thought you were going to walk
Mourinho.
off.
But you know what's weird, yeah? You know what's weird? I actually love Mourinho.
Don't sound like it.
Just not,
I don't say
I wish
hear the
you'd
way
said
you
that
talk
5
about your
minutes
enemies.
ago.
Yeah.
just not when he's my manager. He's like,
But I get
that.
say
you know
much
when
about
he's somebody
Heart, yeah?
else's manager, it's like,
Yeah.
I like him.
So you can't.
But I still
subtract
can
the
admit,
fact what
I
he
can
did at
still admit
United.
he's fallen off.
What he did at Rome was
No,
special.
no.
You can't.
No, what he's done at Rome is not special.
It is special.
In comparison to the rest of his career, no, it's not. I will always remember Stockholm highly and Wembley highly, but ultimately, the man's fell off.
You could argue Roma is top
Anyway,
top 10 things
we're
he's done
going
in
over
his career.
old ground. 6 minutes till kickoff. Can I get some predictions on this game, please? Liverpool versus Real Madrid. This is the biggest tie of this round, I think, especially with the two teams on paper.
This game is going to finish 2-2.
Yeah, I agree.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that. No, don't do that. Don't even try it. Come up with your own prediction.
All right, I think it's 1-1.
Okay, that's kind of nicking my prediction a bit.
So no one can say a draw. No one can say a draw then.
No.
Adam Lewis said 2-2.
You cornered the market. You can only have draws. Rory can only predict draws.
We all take one result. Home win, away win, draw.
All right, Liverpool win.
There you go.
So Annie has to go Real Madrid now.
Win. There you go.
Hala Madrid.
Yeah.
6-0, I think. I think Real Madrid. I don't think Real Madrid. I want Real Madrid to win. So I'm going to go 2-0 Madrid.
This final that we're watching now, do you know what?
Was this the one that won or lost?
This is Istanbul, the winner. Right. Do you know, not that it matters now, but what is unbelievable in that final? Have you seen where Dudek ends up standing to save the penalty?
5 yards off his line.
Yeah. Yeah, he ends up standing like miles and miles off his line.
Yeah.
So
Rafa Benitez there.
Rafael Benitez. I mean, like, he'll play the lovable Liverpool fan, right? But he's a charlatan, isn't he? He's meant to be a Liverpool man. He went to Chelsea, who under Benitez had a huge rivalry, and then he went to Everton.
But you've made the argument in previous podcasts, about people asking for more money, etc. It's hard to find a job in football management. Do you know what I mean? If Everton come calling, it's a lot of money. It's an interesting project.
I think also Everton and Liverpool is a bit weird. Like, what's it called? The friendly derby.
Not anymore, I don't think. That's changed.
Anyway, we had a question, which said from Jeremy, can NordVPN save me from watching Chelsea, Jeremy? It can actually.
You can watch something else.
Yeah.
This is the great thing. You could watch Dallas.
Yeah, thank you to NordVPN for sponsoring us. We're heading towards kickoff now. The players are in the tunnel.
Yeah.
Karim Benzema loves this competition. He was absolutely fantastic last season, current Ballon d'Or holder.
He's the absolute boy, Benzema, isn't he? He is like the creme de la creme, the main man, the king among kings.
Two of your old boys behind him as well, Courtois and Rudiger.
Courtois, little rat. Me and Courtois are not friends.
Why not?
I don't like him. I think he's a very good goalkeeper. Do you know what I found very funny about him, though? You know, when you think about the pettiness of professional footballers, he exudes it. 442 magazine, right? Brilliant magazine I read every month. They did a compilation of like best goalkeepers in the world. And I think the guy writing it just sort of forgot about Courtois, which I've done in the past. I don't know. Have you ever put like together a dream team or a Premier League 11 and then you just go, oh, I forgot. And you forget somebody. It can happen to anyone.
I think you can forget the most obvious ones sometimes.
Sometimes you're trying to be clever. You're trying to be clever and trying to be. So you go, right, we'll do the Premier League 11 or the Manchester United best 11 of the Premier League era. And for some reason, it's not that you don't rate him. It's not that you don't think he's worthy of conversation. But you pick your front two, and you go Van Nistelrooy, Van Persie, and someone will go, but what about Cantona? And you'll go, oh my god, sorry, I didn't think about that. A geezer was compiling a list of world goalkeepers. And he happened, in 442 magazine, to put Courtois 13th in the world. An oversight. Courtois, in his speech, having won the European Cup, was like, to the English journalist who said I was 13th, you're like, mate, you don't need to be this petty about this guy who writes a column for a magazine.
You think in 10 years' time, like, you'll have a footballer going into Rory Jennings?
Yeah,
imagine Erling Haaland come out after his 15th goal.
Imagine.
That's for you, Rory Jennings, you massive idiot.
Yeah, I have to present him with his like golden boot.
Because you look at that, like how close Ramsdale watches all these different YouTube shows. There must be someone that wants to do that and probably thinks, I don't want to give him the attention.
Yeah.
But one day someone's not going to be as sensible as, I don't want to give that guy the attention, and they're just going to be very petty and absolutely go for him.
I would be very embarrassed if I ever met Erling Haaland. Or even his father.
Erling Haaland definitely knows your face.
Yeah. Is he on social media?
The Man City WhatsApp group would have been pinging about. Yeah, I remember...
me arguing with Thogden and Phil Foden's watching it with Bernardo Silva. Hey, look at that, Phil.
Yeah, I remember the whole Liverpool team were aware of like Andy Tate and that. So Ray...
Were they?
Ray, who did Ray Bobbins at the time.
Yeah.
His son... was like a physio and that for Liverpool, and like he was aware of like the video was circulating and stuff like that around.
I mean, I always find it. I know that you you've been exposed to this more than me, Ad, so I know that you're less sort of affected by it. But Booth, where do you sit? Like, because of Adam's sort of link to Manchester United, I think there were times when you've known, can I say, like Jesse Lingard, for example, watched your content or whatever, and you were always aware of it. I found it amazing to hear that Aaron Ramsdale knew who we were.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you talking about? Aaron Ramsdale knows us.
And disliked us.
But that's fair enough because
in a good way,
we're quite dislikable.
In a healthy way.
Yeah. In a healthy way.
Yeah,
we live rent free in his little head.
Yeah, mate, what a save he made. You know, when everybody in that game, everybody will talk about the moment, the Jorginho moment. He missed, by the way. Can we stop? I'm not doing that. Idiot Emi Martinez cushion headering it into his own net. It was not a Jorginho goal. We need to stop referring to it as a Jorginho goal. Not impressed by that at all.
You know what I want?
You keep calling it a Jorginho goal.
It's a good
you know
strike.
what I want?
He missed.
Good strike though.
I hope, Aaron Ramsdale's free kick, late game, standing behind the wall. And in his head, he's thinking, you can't let this in. Buvey's going to take it. Buvey's going to absolutely, you have to save
I
this.
did a TikTok ages ago and I said about him. When he went to Arsenal, I said it's going to be a terrible transfer. He's been relegated 6 times in 7 years. He got relegated with Rochdale, I think, Wimbledon. He's been relegated down the leagues. Bournemouth, Sheffield United, he's been relegated. Look, he's doing fantastic. And that save you mentioned was David Jimenez.
I mean, also that save, it's as impactful as Jorginho's miss. It's as significant in terms of their pursuit of the title. It's an amazing save.
Big save.
Big keeper, actually. I like him. I like him as a keeper.
I like him as a I don't think he will never be a world-class keeper.
He thinks you're a mug, though.
Yeah, fair enough.
Is it?
But that's the thing. People slag me off and I still hold my opinion. Some people are on this table. I'm not going to name names on this table.
Yeah, some people on this table.
They get a little bit, they get a little bit of the heat from a footballer, or they think a footballer might follow them back on Instagram, get butterflies in their stomach.
Yeah. There is definitely
I'm not
people
say what
at
I
this table.
Say what you want to say. Say it with your chest.
I've said everything. I said Ramsdale will never be. Aaron Ramsdale, you'll never be world class.
Say it with your chest.
Aaron Ramsdale, you'll never be world class, my son.
Yeah, you wouldn't say that because
a bit of in your head you think someone's going to follow me back here. He's going to follow me on Instagram. He's going to look at my Instagram stories. Instagram stories.
If Jose Mourinho followed you on Instagram now, you'd be like, Jose Mourinho deserves a big job. Jose Mourinho is the best manager that Manchester United has had since Sir Alex Ferguson.
You would.
You were like that.
I was sat at an event, United for UNICEF event. Yeah, my table was here. Mourinho was sat there. I never once asked him for a picture.
That's because he didn't want one from you.
I just thought, what do you mean? Why would Mourinho want a picture with me, you idiot? Why would Mourinho want a picture with me?
You just implied that Mourinho's looking at his shoulder thinking Adam McKola sat there.
I said I didn't want one from him. Which normally, on a normal occasion, I would bend over backwards to get a picture with the Man United.
With Mourinho is an icon.
I know, I wish I got it now. We're both in suits.
There are certain people that I think I wouldn't be too fussed whether I'm like, if I was driving my car and I pulled into a garage at 2:00 in the morning and like there was a car there that was broken down and the bonnet was up and it was all steam coming out and it was pouring with rain, I'd pull up and I'd be like, oh my God, I've got to help this person. I've got jump leads. Let's see what I can do. Maybe give you some money if you need pay. What can I do? If I pulled up and it was Kai Havertz, I would drive on, splash him with a puddle. There are certain players that I genuinely wouldn't care about meeting.
Yeah.
But Mourinho isn't one of them. If I met Mourinho, that is an iconic.
Shit myself.
No, I think
Stop swearing.
I'll stop swearing.
His nan watches, man.
Yeah.
She's literally tuned in.
Sorry,
Shirley.
Shirley.
I love you.
Hello.
God, Shirley.
Game's kicked off as well. 10 seconds in, so not much has happened just yet.
Do you think Liverpool will be doing their? In fact, look, they're pressing high. Do you think they're going to try and do that press and go 2-0 up after 50 Gagan press? But I mean, Liverpool in certain situations, it does. Do you remember when they would do that? They would start 100 miles an hour and try and be 3-0 up at half time.
And they kill you, yeah, they kill you.
Chelsea used to do it a bit under Mourinho.
But that's when they had those
Mourinho was very good for that.
That's when Liverpool were humble and hungry. And now what's the saying in boxing? The silk sheets. You know, they've been successful and now they want to knock the ball around nice and fancy. It's hard to go training
when you wake up in silk sheets.
Yeah, it's hard. Was it Marvin Hagler?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It's hard, isn't it? Not to discredit Liverpool because they played a certain stylish way of football last year. They know they want to quadruple.
Do you have silk sheets?
No, I've got Primark own brand.
I can imagine you in a silk dressing gown.
No, because
I can imagine you Oscar Wilde swanning about smoking a cigarette with one of those holders.
No, not me.
Noel Coward.
No.
You could wear a kimono.
What's your pajama situation?
I think Buvey's a kimono man.
No, what in terms of how I sleep or how I walk around? No, how I walk around at night.
Sleep. You strike me as a nude man.
Yeah, no comment on that one.
Disgusting.
I'm not doing that live.
Pajama wise,
Packed like an action man though, so.
Who, Booth? Yeah, I
just
know those
smooth all
trousers. Those
over.
trousers leave very little. Those trousers leave very little to the imagination as well.
We're watching a beautiful game. Why are you
Modric, his
concerned
feet
about my
there.
pyjama situation?
Yeah, so what's your pajama situation? Night coat, shorts.
Do you know what? London, by the way, is a hot city, innit? It's a
Yeah,
sweaty
boiling.
city.
Boiling.
Yeah.
There's no air.
Dusty and that.
There's no air.
Yeah, I'm
Smoggy.
I
an
miss the
incredibly.
countryside air.
Do you know I'm an incredibly warm man? I don't think I've ever been cold in my entire life.
When was the last time you smelled manure, Buvey? Must smell it all the time in Bristol, innit?
I'm from inner city Bristol, so no.
Oh, is it?
No.
No. Miss it?
Been a while. Yeah, I do miss it. Yeah, beautiful.
You know, I've never been Bristol. Have you ever been?
I've been a few times. Casualty used to be filmed there.
Ooh.
So whenever you were in an episode,
Are you in one of the
Casualty-
opening scenes of Casualty somewhere?
Not the opening scene.
He's on a
I've
spike.
done my fair.
He's on a pike somewhere.
Yeah. No,
No,
the fellas on the.
He's on a lamp. He's impaled on a lamppost.
Do you know what? I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. Do you want to hear one of my storylines? One of my storylines on an episode of Casualty was genuinely one of the worst.
Go on.
I don't know who has written this, but I guarantee they will not be working as a writer anymore. Do you know what the storyline was? My whole episode. I had a girlfriend in this episode of Casualty. She had braces. So we were kissing and our braces interlocked and we spent the entire episode like that. Like me and this girl just like that. And we'd like have to do our lines to one another like this. So it's obviously this actress who I'd never met before. I was like, hi, pleased to meet you. Yeah, great. Right, you two kind of fix on. And we'd just be like that, like doing this episode. The entire episode was just me and her.
Were you actually fixed on, or were you just had
No,
your faces close
we
to
were
each other?
fixed on when the camera needed to zoom in to see you fixed
Yeah.
on. But no, a goal! Oh!
Darwin Núñez has scored.
Wow.
I didn't see the goal because I was listening
Wow.
to Rory's.
You're listening to me talk about an
Stories.
episode of Casualty, which was filmed in
Yeah.
Bristol.
Rory's
Definitely the focus.
stories.
Definitely
So
what we should be
Liverpool
talking
1-0.
about. Elliot will be really happy with us.
Darwin Núñez, though, is keeping up his
Mate,
impressive run. Scored a big
Liverpool on
goal against
European
Newcastle.
nights. Liverpool on
Courtois
European
looked
nights.
Unhappy.
Unlucky, Big Bird.
Núñez scored in the Champions League.
Mate,
Unbelievable.
this is so typical of Liverpool, isn't it? Liverpool in the European
Here we go.
competition just never,
the goal.
ever write them off.
So who's that? Jordan
That was
Henderson.
Bajcetic, wasn't it?
Out to Salah.
Out to Salah. Salah cuts in.
His arms
He's
up,
on
but
Son.
He's onside. He's
You
onside.
can't give him off.
He's
surely.
onside.
Oh!
finish!
What a goal. What a goal. Fair play to him.
How's he?
Courtois got to
What's he
save
on?
that.
He can't, mate. He's on a Nandrolone. He's on a performance enhancer. He's not that guy, is he?
Courtois got to save that.
What's happened? No. That is impossible.
No, that's
Save.
an amazing finish.
No,
6 yards out.
Courtois
And
got to
you
save
can't
that.
blame the keeper there.
It was right next to Courtois'
No,
hand.
but the keeper can't
he
anticipate.
disguised it.
The keeper can't anticipate a back flick volley.
No. That's
I
hard.
feel like he's too close to him, though.
Nah,
It's a look,
nah.
bro, credit to Darwin Núñez. I'm not taking anything away from the goal. Fantastic goal.
Well, the thing is,
The skill
unless it
makes it
hits
harder.
you, unless it hits Courtois, it's impossible to react to that. You can't react. Like even
That's full
even a
pace.
cheetah up in the jungle could not save that. At that quick
That's a huge
reflex.
goal. Early goal. 1-0 Liverpool.
Where's he pulled that out of?
Now Real Madrid needs
That's all my
this.
content gone now
Nandrolone.
because I've been slagging them off for 6 months. I'm fucked now.
No, I
You've
got
ruined
away
my
to
whole
rescue
TikTok
it.
account now.
That
Been
wasn't even
slagging
a
off.
shot, mate. That was the first touch.
Yeah.
Hey, Liverpool fans now it's going to be all over the Liverpool YouTube highlights and all that.
That was his first touch shot.
That was an unreal. You can't. That was a world class finish. I'm gonna say
No, it was a
that was
very good
world
goal.
class in a Champions League quarter round of 16.
Mm. Yeah, it's a gorgeous goal. Gorgeous goal.
Just a jackpot.
Also, you always have to acknowledge the opposition. He's done it to the European champions.
Who's it again?
How's he finding space against those centre backs?
Oh.
Not good.
Here we go. Vinicius is in.
Oh, that's good.
He's a boy, Vinicius, isn't he?
That's a pass, that. Did you see the question Jurgen Klopp got asked the other day?
What was that?
Jurgen Klopp answered it so well.
What was the
I heard
question?
him. So basically, like, Vinicius has been getting racial abuse in Spain for, like, most daft reasons, like being skillful and stuff like that. And there's no reason that you should be racially abused, obviously. But Jurgen Klopp was asked by a journalist, has Vinicius ever come across like he provokes things and he antagonizes his opposition? And Jurgen Klopp was like, are you trying to ask me if he deserves racial abuse? Because if you are, then no. Do you know what I mean? No
Yeah.
one deserves, like, he answered it perfectly, to be fair. But I just remember thinking, like, what is this journalist doing? In
People
this
need
play? Like,
questions.
what are you doing,
Everyone
bro?
needs to comment on everything these days.
No, I
Everyone
think-
needs to have an
What are you
opinion on everything
doing?
all the time.
It's mental.
No, but there are
the
some
thing.
people that just ask, do you know, just like in terms of ridiculous questions being asked by journalists, I saw a boxing clip. Oh my God!
Penalty. Oh,
Fabinho's gone down in the
there.
box. What do you think? Was that penalty? First instinct?
No, I don't think so.
Ooh,
but when you go launching yourself around a penalty area, particularly in Europe, it's a dangerous strategy. Very dangerous strategy. This is huge from Liverpool. And do you know what? It's hardly surprising. 1-0 up against Real Madrid in the European Cup after 5 minutes at Anfield. That is what Liverpool do in Europe, isn't it? That is what they do.
Yeah, 100%.
If Real Madrid do what they do, then there's...
Yeah, if Real Madrid do what they do, my 2-2 prediction will be very, very alive.
I'm getting a lot of Andy Carroll chat in the... I've been saying Andy Carroll. He's the Uruguayan Andy Carroll for about 6 months now. So I'm going to have to put that away because that finish...
Yeah. Put your phone away, mate. Focus.
All jokes aside, Adam's on his phone after the podcast. After the stream.
I know.
You know what I mean?
It's
I'm dealing with the comments and Jack.
And
Jack will put the important ones up.
Yeah, he'll put the important... Yeah, you got to focus, Adam, mate, and not try and get retweets off of Jesse Lingard and all that. The big thing for me is...
Says Mr. Drafts over there.
Oh, that was amazing.
What was that?
That was one of my favourite.
When was that?
moments.
What? He's going to pretend like it doesn't exist now.
No,
yeah.
Lads, we've got a new stream now. Let's just talk about the new... We're doing new stuff now.
That was amazing, though.
What was?
That moment.
Mention it then.
Okay.
Yeah, go on.
I remember sitting next to you
Where?
on a live
Where?
stream. On a live stream.
Which one?
On a live stream. And
Which
on
one
that
was it?
live stream,
What was it called, though?
on that live, forget it. On that, it was a good one. If I can remember rightly. Were we on 90 Min at the time?
Don't bring them into this.
Were we on? We were on a live stream together.
But yeah, I just want to know, just for my memory, what was it?
It was a live football stream. What was it called? Can you remember?
I'm struggling here, mate.
Forget. I can't remember the
We
stream.
might have to pause the stream here.
But what happened? He said...
What
was it? No, but
I'll just...
you tell me to... What? Yeah. Start off with where first. Where was it? That's basic storytelling. Where was it first?
We
Where was
were sitting like this
Where?
on a live stream.
it? Where? What channel? What channel was it?
Buvey separate. Buvey, you're a legend, bro.
Why am I a legend? I'm not. Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about.
But do you remember what happened?
I don't even know what stream it was first.
It was 90 Min. You and I were sitting together. It was me, you, and Harry Symeou.
No, it wasn't.
Grizz Khan was somewhere.
No.
He was.
I get a text off that guy after 2 years. Never spoken to me.
What now? He texted you?
No.
No, right.
But yeah, let's
I
do-
thought they've gone 1-0 up and he's immediately got in touch. I would rate that. I would massively rate that. I spoke to Harry Symeou today.
Nice lad. Shout out to Harry Symeou, by the way.
I spoke to him
nice lad
a few
and
hours ago.
Great in the space. If you're an Arsenal fan watching this, check out Harry Symeou's channel. He's a very nice lad.
This is very impressive here from Liverpool. Very impressive.
I'm hearing fire alarms and all sorts.
I'm hearing all sorts. Jack,
Yeah.
what is going on? Jack, put the camera on you for a minute.
We're
Jack,
trying to
just
sort
put
out an issue with Adam's mic, I think. Hold on.
Jack, put the camera on you. People want to see
Jack's
you.
muted Adam
I'm
after all his
busy
shit
trying to
chat.
fix it.
Jack, put the camera on you though. People like it when you pop up. They like it. Forehead first.
We're going to have to maintain a little bit of consistency here, mate. It's just us two.
Yeah, me and you, Booth.
So how's it going with you in life in general?
Life's good.
Yeah.
Life's good. Yeah, everything's well. What about you? How's the dates? That's what people want to know.
No one wants to know about my
Everybody
love
wants
life.
to know. I want to know.
People here are subscribed for football content.
No, people here are
Really?
subscribed for your jollyful personality.
Oh, that's nice to hear.
So tell me,
That's
dating.
really nice to hear from you. Yeah. What do you want to know about
What was your
dating in 2023?
most recent date? Whom was she?
I'm not going into specifics. But
Okay.
I'm just going to say the dating scene in London. It's I don't know.
Is there anyone left in London yet who you haven't been on a date with?
No. We're at different points in our life.
Is there anyone left in the world who you
I
haven't?
honestly don't go on. I don't go on dates.
Mate, you're two a day.
I'm too busy.
So hold on.
Too
You've
busy.
got someone locked in.
No, I've got no one locked in.
He's
For
5
me,
a day.
My love life is football. I love football. That's that for me. I love football. I love Man City. I love football, and that's who I'm committed to at the moment, lads. All right, I'm committed to you, lads, on the club. Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
You have been very committed, to be fair.
Yeah,
I
I'm not
think
committed to any other
in
streams.
the first month,
All right.
if we were going to have member of the month, it would be Buvey.
I'm not a member. I'm
Definitely,
a
Co-founder.
co-founder.
You're not
No,
member.
no,
are you?
yeah, but
He's
yeah,
co-founder.
Yeah, I know what I mean, yeah.
we're all members.
No, he's co-founder though. You can't.
President.
You can't.
We're presidents.
Yeah, we are.
We're in the presidents
president.
club. Here.
But my vote goes to Jack. Jack, put a camera on you. Give the people what they want.
Oh, Real Madrid, they had an opportunity. Who was that who took the shot? I'm not sure who took the shot, but it was blocked just outside the 18-yard box. The shot come from Darwin
This is
Núñez
good from Darwin Núñez. This is what you want. A bit of aggression.
He's done
That's
well
good
there.
from him.
Done really well.
Kept the ball
He's
as
turned
well.
into a little player, him.
I've
Holding
always
hat
said it
ball.
about him.
For me, I thought...
You know, with Darwin Núñez, there's a player that I've always backed. I've said from day dot that he is going to be. Oh, my
Salah.
God!
Oh, how's he missed that? You got to go far post. Surely.
I thought it was quite a clever option to go near post, try and catch the
shot
keeper out.
Yeah.
God, didn't Darwin Núñez
What
do
is-
well there?
And that's Jordan Henderson as well. It's fantastic.
No,
from him.
that's not John Henderson.
Is that- who's
That's
that?
Cody Gakpo.
Sorry, I can't. It's just my eyesight.
Same thing, really, isn't it? You know,
Oh, Salah
Both good footballers.
They look
That's
exactly-
terrible.
panicked a bit. He
Terrible
panicked
finish.
a bit. Should have done a bit better there, Salah. I think he took the shot because he anticipated the challenge
Yeah.
coming, and the challenge
Yeah,
never
yeah.
came.
Salah's hair looked very Krusty the Clown there, like it was separated in 3 parts. I like that.
I'm not going to comment on that. I like The Simpsons. I'm not going to comment on that. Okay.
Were you about to say I like The Simpsons?
Yeah.
I'm not about to comment on that.
Yeah.
That's more reason to comment.
I thought it's almost like there was an implication that you said something terrible there.
Yeah, what
you
did I
can't-
say wrong?
don't
He didn't say anything.
Don't compare,
I'm not
don't
commenting on
compare
that.
a fantastic
What Krusty the
Simpsons
Clown
character
gonna be
to Mohamed
offended?
Salah. Okay. One's playing for Liverpool, the other's a fantastic, legendary comedic character in cartoon history.
It's true. It's
Do you know what I
good,
mean?
To be fair, yeah.
We were talking about Núñez very briefly before we got distracted.
There's one that you
That
got
bit-
wrong and I got right.
That build-up play. No, we've been on the same page about a lot of things.
I know a
And
lot of things.
Núñez for me, I've said from day one, he is unbelievable talent.
No, I've
unbelievable talent.
always
80
acknowledged-
million for that.
What I said the thing that I
Bargain.
always think about him, he has a very clever goal in him. I've said he's always capable of doing the unpredictable sort of backheel finish.
A subtle Cruyff-esque finish.
A sort of Gianfranco Zola versus
yeah.
Norwich kind of style finish.
Sergio Aguero.
I've always acknowledged that. I don't think you have.
Me? Yeah, I've always go back to the old or back in the old days.
I think
Some
your
of the old
entire
videos I've done.
TikTok following is built upon slandering this poor man.
No. I've always backed the guy. But whatever you do say, all jokes aside, he's come good in this game so far. It's the kind of performance you need to win a game against Real Madrid. You need ugly football sometimes.
That's not ugly though. That's beautiful.
No, the goal
It's
is
the very
beautiful.
definition of
I'm
beautiful.
actually talking about the bit where he came left back, got the ball, barged their midfielders out of the way.
Bad touch there, Hackpo.
Touch of a donkey that was.
So you flip-flop. It was Gakpo.
Courtois! Oh my God! It's 2-0 Liverpool. Thibaut Courtois has gifted Liverpool a second goal. Mohamed Salah tucks it away without a... This is amazing.
Maybe he's 13th in the world.
This is... Yeah,
Maybe
the
he's
442 article was correct.
What an idiot. We've seen Nick Pope do it last week. We've seen him do it this week.
They might be out of time.
2 goalkeepers
The tie
in
might
2
be over.
games just absolutely
wanna see
capitulated
this
against
again.
Liverpool.
I mean, he's never been good with his feet, Thibaut Courtois.
He tried to knead the ball.
Don't you find it so frustrating when players who aren't good enough with their feet try and play with their... Like, just do what you're good at. Like,
Everyone's dropping in the middle of the park. Henderson, Camavinga.
look, terrible
Heavy
touch
touch.
there from Gakpo. Now, look,
Touch
one
and
touch out. Bang, gone.
Why is...
Oh, my God.
Oh, my...
That's
Terrible.
shocking from Thibaut Courtois. Takes it on his chest.
Slips as well.
Look, he's looking around for the perfect pass, misjudges the timing, knees it. Oh, dear. And Salah just prods it home.
Like a horse jumping around.
Yeah, he's a very gangly
Trying to
man.
walk a horse backwards.
Yeah. And do you know what? It couldn't happen to a better person. He was a little slippery.
Go on, say
Person
it.
at
Say it.
Chelsea.
No. Say
No.
go
No.
one level up.
No, 'cause I don't
person.
swear.
No, don't swear, but
No,
say, use a word in your expansive English
Haven't got an
vocabulary.
expansive vocabulary.
More interesting than person.
Haven't got one.
You must do.
Haven't got one. Can't think of one. Man.
Well, yeah, gangly man.
Gangly man.
Horse.
Horse.
I cannot believe it.
that.
No, he's a... do you know, as I really dislike Thibaut Courtois as a person. If I were to ever meet him,
Well, didn't he?
I would ignore him.
The whole thing with Kevin De Bruyne, didn't he? He slept with Kevin De Bruyne's girlfriend, I think it was, and then.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? And then
Yes.
in the
That's why he
Bernabeu,
left
De
Chelsea.
Bruyne scored a penalty against Courtois, and then went up in
And
front
he
of.
and he
was
did
like
it
that,
at Stamford
celebrating.
Bridge. He scored a left foot. City beat Chelsea
Yeah,
1-0.
yeah, yeah.
Scored a left foot at
Yeah.
the shed end.
Yeah.
And
What a
when
goal that
he
was.
celebrated, he ran backwards, but like eyeballing the keeper.
So you're saying De Bruyne scored... Courtois took De Bruyne's misses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At Chelsea, and
then
Chelsea
De
got
Bruyne
part of Chelsea.
scored against
Part of the
Courtois.
reason that Chelsea let De Bruyne go was we had to pick De Bruyne or Courtois,
And then De Bruyne scored against Courtois and celebrated in front of him.
In the
Yeah.
Bernabeu, yeah.
and at Stamford Bridge.
I'm not sure if that takes away him absolutely doing your misses, though.
No, you're right. If,
I
unless
think
you've
it
gone to
does.
win the Champions League. Unless
think-
you've gone to win the Champions League.
No, I
But we
think
didn't,
it-
obviously. So, no, I
mean,
think
It
you're kind of
depends.
right.
It also depends how much.
You stand there like this and Thibaut Courtois looks back at it and
Yeah, and then 2 years later, he goes on to win the Champions League, and De Bruyne's not won a Champions League.
Still
yet.
happened though, didn't
Yeah.
it?
No, but
I agree with that.
it depends
I
how
do
much.
agree with that.
It depends how much De Bruyne cared about the young filly.
The young who?
Filly.
Philly? What's young Philly got to do?
The young filly.
Is that why he's called young? What does young Philly mean then?
That's what you call a female horse, man. Young filly.
Wait, so why is young Philly called young Philly? The bloke, young Philly. Chunks' his mate.
What do I? Mate, I don't know the
So
guy.
why is he called young Philly then?
Mate, why would I know the answer to that
maybe-
question?
So young Philly's called
Maybe
himself
his
a
name's
horse.
like Philippe.
Yeah, his name's Philip, and he was young at one point.
Yeah, it's a young
But
Philippe.
there's a phrase called a young Philly.
Yeah.
Never heard of that. Never heard of that. No one
Jack.
in this chat's heard of that. No, don't ask Jack. He didn't know who Boy George was a minute ago.
Yeah, he didn't know boy.
Guys on I'm a Celebrity about 6 months ago.
Jack, is there such a saying as young filly? Which I know there is, but just prove it to Buvey. Also, did you know who Boy George was? Because that sounds ridiculous.
You were there.
No, I don't know about the young Philly thing, and I know
Google
of Boy
it.
George, but I don't know who he is.
Google it.
What do you mean Google it?
Oh, Real Madrid are in the box here. Oh, he's pulled it back.
Put
for
it into
Benzema,
the
but it's
Googles.
just behind him.
Boy George, Culture Club.
Culture Club.
Come on,
An unbelievable singer.
Come, chameleon.
Miss Me Blind's my favourite.
What did he do
Culture
with-
Club tune.
He's synonymous with the Radiator.
Yeah, he
Oh,
basically
no,
he found
let's
a young kiddie that looked very similar to
not.
Rory Jennings actually, and
Let's
chained him up to a
not.
radiator naked.
No, let's not. Let's not.
That's what that was you.
No.
Wasn't it? I remember reading
Oh,
it.
I'm really warm all the time.
We used to get Boy George on the podcast.
Well,
Who
Boy
does he
George,
support? Is he a
why
Chelsea
did you
fan?
handcuff me to a radiator?
That sounds like a Daily Star headline, doesn't it?
Boy George handcuffed me to a radiator,
football
and now
YouTuber.
I don't. Now I've never been cold since. Just boiling hot.
Do you ever see the Quavers one?
What one?
Daily Star.
Oh yes,
Homeless guy.
Okay, well, I did, but I'm
Yeah.
worried that my grandmother's watching.
Yeah, okay.
Did you ever see the Freddie Starr one?
Oh, yeah, about the hamster.
Hamster.
Freddie Starr ate my hamster.
Yeah.
Or was it gerbil?
No, I think it was a hamster. Do you know Richard
Oh,
Gere?
oh,
Have you heard what
Starr
Richard Gere does with hamsters?
I don't know.
I'm just asking. Have you heard?
I haven't. I
You
want
want-
to hear. Can we hear?
Probably not.
I can do one. Craig David,
Oh,
well known in the music industry, but it's not nasty. I can say it on YouTube.
Okay.
Apparently,
Is it hamster related?
that he'd buy a bar of chocolate, and every time he'd get with a person on his tour, like someone a
love
fan,
that person.
He'd yeah, it could be anyone. but this back in the 90s and the 2000s, he was the biggest name in the UK, biggest artist. He'd hide a bar of Cadbury's under the bed of every hotel he was in. So once the thing was over, he'd
What
give
thing?
the. You can imagine.
What
you can
thing?
read between the lines
No,
out, and
okay,
you're fully
what's-
grown. You're a fully
no,
grown
what's-
bloke.
What big movie?
So
not saying it
I
on
get
YouTube.
it. Like, so
And
he'd have a post-coital chocolate bar.
And he'd give it to her as a gift,
A chocolate
as a reward. and that's industry known,
That doesn't
Stick
sound
and
right.
carrot
Everywhere.
method, didn't it?
He's on tour in Southampton,
But
Blackburn,
he'd need
everywhere.
a lot of chocolates because in theory he's making love on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday and Saturday, and he chilled on the Sunday. So that's 4 chocolate
No
bars
chocolates
a
on a
week.
Sunday for Craig
Walking
David.
around like Willy Wonka, bro. And that's probably where he got his inspiration from for What's Your Flavour?
Yeah.
Tell me what's
Your
your
It
flavour.
better not be orange flavour. I hate chocolate orange. Horrible.
Oh, no, Terry's chocolate orange always in
No. My mum,
be blending
my mum
fruit
always
with
used to stick
chocolate.
one of them in my stocking at Christmas. I'd be like, who
Yeah,
wants this?
banging.
You'd eat it.
Yeah.
You can't blend fruit
Go
with
on,
chocolate.
go on, Real Madrid.
Yeah!
Finish
That
this, lad.
geezer is so good.
Come on. You might get your score at half time here.
I said 2-2. as well.
Unagi. Worldwide renowned.
Talking about chocolates, did I ever told you the story about Gabby Agbonlahor?
And chocolate.
Yeah.
Tell me.
It probably explains most of his opinions on TalkSport. But a personal trainer once-
Whoa. Bit of respect here.
Yeah, I know.
Bit of
But
respect.
There's a reason they appointed you, and there's a reason we have you. Gabriel Agbonlahor.
Finish.
What's
Wow.
a goal, by the
I
way?
was once told.
I really want to hear the
Amazing.
story, but you have to just acknowledge the brilliance
Yeah.
of this goal.
No, it
This
was
finish-
amazing. I already celebrated.
Sorry, no, but have you seen the? Have you acknowledged
I
it?
seen it because I celebrated.
It's fantastic. It's a world class goal.
That is a world class finish. That's
That
very
brings
much
the
my
tide back to
range
Real
that as well.
Madrid.
You know
The
when
mood
you got to
would
put
have
that whip
completely
on it. It's
changed
very
now
much
as well.
my
Never seen you do that, mate.
The mood would have changed.
you
I've never seen you complete a 5-yard pass.
pass. Right, tell me about Gabriel Agbonlahor and oranges.
So I once was with my mate, and he was with his personal trainer, And this personal trainer told me
Oh, sorry.
Gabriella Bonlahor
Yeah.
was addicted to Quality Street.
There is a weird thing where people get addicted. Do you remember like when rock and roll stars were good?
Yeah.
And you read that story about Keith Moon blowing his nose in the shower and his nose fell out. And like proper rock stars. Rod Stewart,
What band
Keith
was he
Moon,
in?
Mick
Sorry,
Jagger.
I should know that. Keith Moon.
Keith Moon, Stones.
Keith Moon.
Yeah. And do you know when I just thought it's over? Like the rock and roll era is totally over. Do you remember that terrible band, Keane?
Yeah.
Hopes and fears.
The geezer from Keane, the fat one, went into
Roy.
he went into the
Robbie.
priory. He went into the
Robbie,
priory
innit?
with a cheese addiction.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, you're talking about the guy from Blur.
No, that's Damon
Blur?
Albarn. No, Damon Albarn was.
No, you're talking about the guy from Blur, the
I'm talking about the guy from Keane. No, you're
Right, the
talking
guy
about
from
Graham
Keane.
Coxon.
No, not Graham Coxon.
The guy from Blur is the guy from Gorillaz, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Damon Albarn, Chelsea season ticket holder. But
I wasn't. I was
I'm talking
the
about
what-
Keane. The
James
fat geezer in Keane
Yeah.
was in the priory because he was addicted to cheese.
Mental.
What sort like that's rock and roll and the state of rock and roll. in this
You know,
country.
Ozzy Osbourne can't get a hangover, so you could just keep drinking forever.
No.
That's why.
He can get a hangover,
Yeah.
but he has to stop drinking to get a hangover. If you don't
No.
stop, you don't get one.
No, he's never had a hangover in his life.
That's definitely not true.
It is.
It's not.
He's got a medical
He's
condition.
from Aston.
No, it's not true.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's not
He
true.
used to just keep drinking.
You're
He'd
talking
wake up the
nonsense.
next day, keep drinking.
You're
Wake up
talking
the next day. There'd be
You just said to me he's never had a hangover in his life.
No.
I'm saying you that's impossible.
No, he
First
hasn't.
time he had a drink.
Ask him.
I'm not asking him.
Why? You don't even know.
Don't know him.
I saw on YouTube.
No, you didn't.
What a man, by the way.
Oh my!
Come on.
It's
Real Madrid,
shocking.
Vinicius.
Benzema
One-on-one with Van
charging
Dijk.
through 3-on-2.
Oh, he's messed it up.
I think Benzema. I think he should have gone on his own there.
Liverpool
Vinicius.
got well. Yeah, he should have attacked Van Dijk a little bit more because Van Dijk was doing his usual one of backing up. Although he
Good
didn't
game,
have much
this, eh?
choice.
Good
there.
game. 23 minutes in, Liverpool 2, Real Madrid 1.
What are you making of this game so far? Obviously, Liverpool start off. They dominate. They score their early goal. Mistake from Courtois brings Liverpool a 2-0 lead. Real Madrid come back into it with a goal. Huge goal from Vinicius. Probably a huge goal in the state of the tie as well.
We're getting a lot of heat for not covering the football as much as we should.
What am I
be.
talking about now, bro?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to link on to you, mate, and talk more about football. I think it's been a fantastic game. It's been end to end. It's what the Champions League is all about. Do you know what I mean? It could easily have been a 0-0. Two cagey sides both need to progress, don't they? Both sides need to progress with their fan bases, what they expect in European football. But to be fair to Real Madrid and Liverpool, they've been open. They've been scoring, 3 goals already.
Oh, Liverpool
And it
are
could
in.
be 4 now.
Liverpool are in. Mo Salah.
What's going on?
Off the line. Somehow that's
Mate, this
been-
game is ridiculous.
Mental.
Darwin Núñez was in there as well.
It's crazy.
Off the line. Off the line. Yeah. Craig David, Gabriella Bonlahor. Hey, who thought we'd be talking about them?
Who needs this more? Who needs to progress more?
Gabriella Bonlahor.
Liverpool.
In this
Neither
time.
of them need it because going out to the other one isn't like if
Yeah,
you're going to
it's
go
not
out to the
the
European
But
Cup.
for their season to win a Champions League, what
Well, Real Madrid are the holders. Who won it the previous year?
you did.
And who won it the previous year? Bayern, wasn't it? Bayern against Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah, empty
Bayern.
stadium and all that.
Bayern, Paris Saint-Germain.
And then it was Liverpool before
Because
that.
I think
right?
And Liverpool before that. I don't think
won a
either of
couple.
them
Real
need-
Madrid.
I don't-
Will there be a thing with? All I'm trying to say
I don't
is,
think
will there
either
be
of
a
them
thing
need
with
it.
Klopp that there won't be the argument for not enough of the? He's won one of everything that he could do at Liverpool. He's won
No,
one Premier League, one League Cup, etc. Will there be an argument? All I'm saying in 10 years' time, look back, he didn't win a couple of Premier Leagues, a couple of FA Cups. This Champions League run, who knows where Liverpool are in a couple
I think
of years.
this Liverpool era. I think the one uninspiring part of this Liverpool era, which has been so impressive, is that their impressive nature, their dominant nature, their amazing team that in most aspects has been perfect,
We've got a super
has
chat.
only won one title.
Yeah, exactly. It's numbers.
We've got a super chat from Shane, who asked
Shane
Walsh.
Ritchie.
Not Shane Walsh from the
Shane
X Factor.
Ritchie. Shane Walsh from the
Shane
X
Ward
Factor.
from the X Factor.
Oh, Shane Warne.
Funny story, Shane Ward, my first ever fan cam.
What, the real Shane Ward?
He was walking out of Old
I
Trafford.
think he went into
pissed.
Coronation Street.
Yeah, he was walking out of Old Trafford pissed and I just grabbed him.
Our stars fall.
But anyway, Shane
really a
Walsh
star.
asked, who do you think will win the Champions League and the Europa League and the Conference League? I don't know enough about the teams in the Conference League.
You
but
know enough about
Champions
the Europa
and
League because
I do.
your side's in it.
Yeah.
So you go for the Europa League first.
I think the winner of United versus Barcelona will win it.
And
Barcelona.
everyone's raving up about that, weren't they? Ugh, that was embarrassing, wasn't it? Europa
good
League
game,
football, that stadium.
More football heritage between those two teams. Than
Yeah, easy one for you. Congratulations. Easy point for you.
Who do you think wins the European Cup?
One of these two. One of these
You
two.
don't say City.
No.
That's the spirit.
Why not? Football.
We don't have European spirit. We don't have European spirit.
Football heritage.
We don't. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna sit and say, "Oh, we're a European giant." We've done incredibly well to be in the Champions League for non-stop for 9-10 years now, and we've
But you
had
must
some incredible
think, I don't
moments.
think it's even that particularly
David
outrageous
Alba's
to say,
going off, by the way, which is a big miss
I
for
could
Real
say
Madrid.
Man City win it. I don't think it's that wild to say Man City win the European
I
Cup
don't
because
think-
there is an inevitability. I think it happens.
Yeah, it's obviously blended with the fact. Do I want us to win the European Cup? Of course. Do I think we've got the capability with the quality in the squad? Yeah, of course.
So why don't you think?
But
you
there's a
win it
gap between the quality in the squad and seeing what Bayern Munich do, what AC Milan did 20 years ago, what Man United have done with Ferguson. I've yet to see that. We had a
Do you
moment
not
against
think you'll
Chelsea. We
start to
didn't do
focus
it.
on that if it becomes more clear that Arsenal are going to win the
They
league?
can't, can they? Because the league is so neck and neck. Like, you know, if they were out of the league or if they were clear in the league, I think they could start thinking about the Champions League. But
I'd rather be good at both. I think when you switch off, I saw it against Chelsea. We played Chelsea 3 times in a similar period. One in the FA Cup, one away in the league, and then the Champions League final. And we rotated. We were trying to like soften the blow a little bit and kind of outfigure it. I'd rather just we gone full strength in all 3 games. If you get injuries, you get injuries.
I think
Go
you're
beat
completely
these.
right.
Beat 'em.
I've never really understood. I've never really understood managers not picking their strongest team or trying to prioritize because football just doesn't work like that. Like, you can't turn it on and turn it off whenever you fancy it. Form and winning is cultural. It's habitual. So win. Like, if you win the League Cup, you're more likely to win the Premier League thereafter.
100%.
If you win the league, you're more likely to win the Champions League. It's a very dangerous strategy, and I don't think Guardiola will employ it, even if he could, but he can't because Arsenal and them are neck and neck, really.
Yeah.
So who do you think wins it? Real Madrid or Liverpool? You said.
Yeah.
Do you know part of...
Do you think PSG could do?
That's what I was going to say. Do you know why I was thinking PSG? Partly because I see an inevitability in PSG the way I do Man City. It will happen. Whether it happens today, tomorrow, the year after, it will happen. But I also thought there'd be something very symbolic about Lionel Messi winning the World Cup and then the European Cup to take Paris their first ever European trophy, European Cup at least. I think that there would be something very messy about that, to win a World Cup followed by a European Cup. I think it would end any... Not that I believe that there is much debate, but it really would end it.
Real Madrid able to good
But they were terrible. They're terrible, aren't they, at the moment, PSG?
Well, they're trying to get rid of Gaultier, aren't they? And bring in potentially... Tuchel's been linked today, actually.
And I saw that.
Yeah.
They're on about
not the
forgiving
worst
him,
shout.
they said.
It's not the
Here we
worst
go.
shout.
Back post. Oh, corner for Real Madrid. David Alaba just went off a minute ago. I think
shame.
Nacho came on for him. It's a big miss, that, isn't it?
Nacho's not a bad player, though.
No, but Alaba's a good player.
The goal from quality is massive. But Nacho is one of those players, those kind of winners.
Steady Eddie, isn't it?
Steady Eddie, exactly that. Yeah.
But
But I think Messi's shot of winning the Champions League is almost worse than his shot of winning the World Cup with Argentina, because he had everything. He had 10 men around him working hard.
Could that battle
Yes,
between Rudiger and
Mbappe and Neymar won't work for Messi. Do you know what I mean? They won't
But
work off the ball.
Do you not think that... Do you agree with me that there is an inevitability to PSG winning the European Cup at some point?
Yeah. But I think
not
that's
this
like
year or
saying-
next year.
But I think that's just... When you say that, there's no time frame on it. So it's
Yeah,
like
50 years.
No, the time frame I put is
next 10 years.
5.
5's too short.
No,
I
it's
think it'll
too-
win
But
in 10.
they've been
would have said
building.
that
But they've
5
been
years
building
ago.
for 10 already.
But we would
I
have
don't
said
think
that
they
5
built the
years
right
ago.
thing. I don't think they built the right project.
Great save there from Boris Becker. Great save.
He's in prison now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's in prison. Tax avoider.
Mental.
That's a bad foul, that. And it's so stupid from Darwin Núñez.
Is it stupid? Funnily enough, Ad, this is interesting, right? I was just about to say almost the opposite.
It's a
Just
great
take
save.
the sting out of the game for a bit.
No. But
Foul out there.
It's a yellow,
You're not
it's a bad
getting a
foul.
booking. You're not getting a booking for that.
Do you get a yellow?
No, but the player's going nowhere. Potentially, let's say he plays a pass and it's short. Darwin Núñez could possibly get on it. The keeper's going to have to hoof
what
it
he's
after
trying
that.
to stop is he's trying to stop this relentless wave after wave of Real Madrid attack.
Well, he hasn't because they've still got the ball.
Yeah, but they had a little break while the foul was given, and it's up to them to try and
I
take
think
look,
it was a silly foul.
I think
Henderson.
tactical fouling is very important. It's a strategy.
In that position of the pitch, I felt like he had a chance. Silly foul. Real Madrid on the ball here, though. Modric. Here we go.
Oh, who's that?
Smashed it over the bar.
What a player Valverde.
The last 8 minutes, 5 minutes, Real Madrid have come into their own. Maybe that's Liverpool sitting back.
I just think they've grown into it. You know, they are the champions for a reason, and they have some incredibly silky footballers. That should that should have been a shot on target at the very least.
Yeah.
Do you know what I felt? Look, I'm telling Vinicius what to do here. He did really well in finding, was it Valverde?
Modric, I think. Was it Modric with a back?
Valverde took the shot.
Modric found him, yeah.
But I thought the pass to Benzema was also one. You know, just a quick sharp
Little
one in front
inside.
of him.
Yeah. Oh. Don't trust these lot, do you?
Liverpool then went like they were going to play it long and then
Yeah.
immediately switched to the short one again.
Which I think is inviting pressure, but they're obviously trying to draw Real Madrid out to go over the top and try and exploit the pace.
Well, Jordan Henderson gave a lot of pressure up by a bad pass in midfield. Sometimes you just got to play it simple. Not everything has to be a forward pass. I think
Real Madrid have
that's a
recovered
small
well,
criticism of Henderson is that sometimes that passing ability isn't quite his ability to find
That's
through the
not
lines.
that's not his thing.
But when he does it, it doesn't work. Do you know what I mean? So
No, but nobody would ever, like, if you were to list the attributes of Jordan Henderson, you're never going to start talking about his range of
no,
passes.
but he's been asked to do that at points, and he's never been able to live up to it. Is it? And that's the difference between a world class midfielder and not.
No, I think you can still be a world-class midfielder and just not have
If he's
the
been
passing
world
range.
class
In
at
his
any
career.
point in his career.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think you captain a Liverpool team to a Premier League, a Champions League final, lose the final, come back and win it. A Premier League, get to the
How do you
final and
define
lose.
what? For me, it's top 5 in your position. That's how I define it.
I think there was a time when
Top 5.
Jordan Henderson was the captain of the team that went to a European Cup final and
I'm not
lost
saying
it.
about his legacy. I'm
And
not saying about
no, but I'm,
do you know what I
I'm
mean?
demonstrating.
Yeah, of course.
I'm demonstrating his world class moments, his world class tendencies.
Yeah.
He was a captain of the team that went to a European final,
Cody
lost,
Hatbo's pounced on a mistake in the box here. Oh,
and then bounced
overhit
back the
his
following year and won it. Then went all the way in the Premier League and ultimately lost to you, and then bounced back the following year and run it. Just that relentless
So you've given
desire.
okay, but give me world class attributes because you didn't give any of
But
them.
that is a world class attribute in itself. Being the captain of a team that demonstrates that level of resilience and that level of hunger, that is world class.
I'm talking about world class ability as a midfielder to control the game, to find a goal.
He isn't a world class.
He's got a world class work ethic.
He is a world class footballer.
He's got
I think
world-class
there's been a
work ethic.
time. There's been a time when there's been a time when Jordan Henderson would have got into any midfield in the world.
No, they wouldn't.
Definitely.
I don't agree.
But he was in the midfield of the best team in the country.
I
He was
think
in the
that-
midfield of the best team in
I
Europe.
think
Yeah, but you would have put-
he was
you would
also
have put Modric
he was
in
also
there.
a massive system player. I
Yeah,
think,
he's a
look,
system player.
All due respect to him, worked his bollocks off. He's a very good footballer, with his limited ability. But it's okay being a good footballer and being a part of a world class team doesn't make you world class.
100%.
I think that he's demonstrated.
He was
world-class.
never
Fabian
world-class.
Delph was a world class left back.
He's a world class captain.
Yeah.
No, but then
Yeah,
you're
he
putting
is.
it into you're putting it into little captain.
Yeah.
Like, he's not a
I
world-class
started the
footballer.
debate, has he ever been a world class midfielder? And I think
But
the answer's no.
I don't think he's
I think
ever
yes.
been needed to be a world class footballer.
But that's not the debate.
Do you know what I
Has
mean?
he got the ability? Has he ever had displayed the ability to
No, because
control the game as a midfielder?
I think what you're doing though is you're saying that you can only be a world class footballer if you can play football like Kevin De Bruyne does. And
No,
I
didn't say
think that
that.
there are many other ways that you can play football.
No, I
think
didn't
you can
say that.
being world class means that you can be. I think that you can be world class by doing loads of work off the ball. I think that can make
for me,
you world class.
There's a couple of attributes as a midfielder. You either control the game to an exceptional level. You either off the ball like a Kante can break up play in midfield, or a mixture of the both where you create goals, you score goals from midfield. Lampard could do everything, for example.
But these are your
That's my
constraints.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
These are your constraints.
That is what you have to be as a midfielder. You have to do at least one of those three things. He never did one of those three things at a world class level.
I think that there is another world in which you can be world class, which is. Is it?
Oh
my God! The goalkeepers are having a mare in this game.
Go on,
The
Vinny, lad.
goalkeepers in this game.
Mental.
So Alisson has made a clearance here. Simple clearance. Vinicius has closed him down. It's hit him and gone in. It's 2-2, 2 keeper errors. It's even.
Who told you 2-2, mate?
Wow.
Who told you 2-2?
I was going to say 2-2. You didn't.
No,
let
you
me
didn't.
do it.
You said
didn't let me do
1-0.
it.
You said 1-0. And then you
Vinny.
went for a home win.
Oh, it's terrible from Liverpool.
Look,
That's
giving the
Bajcetic
ball away
trying to
there.
give the ball away in midfield.
Who?
Henderson.
And they're letting it roll across him. So silly.
Nah, Gomez did nothing wrong.
Why is he flat-footed it there?
Nothing.
I'm sorry,
Just
Matic
booted
did
the ball
nothing
out.
wrong.
Alisson should boot that
No, it
high.
was
You've got to
Gomez.
go high. Look, high. Why is he playing it low?
Played it flat.
I think Gomez has put
Look, he's trying to
Alisson in
side
trouble.
pass.
Nah, look
He's-
what Alisson's tried to do, bro.
That is, mate, you're overthinking
down the
it.
middle.
Lump it, throw in.
He's opened his foot.
Again, though, I think that you don't. I think that Gomez could take a bit more responsibility and not put his keeper in a situation where he has to make that sort of situation.
That's the way Liverpool play, and
the keeper's fault.
the keeper has to hoof
Keeper's
that.
fault.
Keeper's definitely the keeper's fault, but I think the midfielder gave the ball away too cheaply. I think
That mistake is Karius levels in the final. That's what Karius did with Benzema.
Yeah.
Literally what Karius did with
although
Benzema.
he also shoveled one over his own line.
No,
didn't
but that is what Karius did with Benzema. So we can't rip Karius for it and then say...
No, what Karius is different with Karius.
It's not, it's the same mistake.
No.
I'm not saying Karius and him, he's obviously a better keeper, but...
How's this game 2-2?
It's a huge mistake.
Oh, no.
Van Dijk.
Were you letting it bounce?
Never let it bounce.
Crazy.
No, dear, oh dear.
Over 6,000 people are watching at the moment. Can you hit that like button? And if you're not subscribed, sorry for banging the table, get subscribing right now.
I'd like to know as well. I'd really like to know. If Henderson's world class, put a yes or a Y. And if he's not, an N or a no. That's what I want to know.
I mean,
in the comments now.
I don't think he's world class now.
Has
Has he ever been world class? Has Jordan Henderson ever been a world class midfielder? My argument is yes.
No.
Can someone type for me on my account? That's Jack in the background. No for me, please, mate. If you logged into my account, thank you.
I mean,
That's why I've got a vote.
And Jack, if you're
We can
logged
put
into
a
my
poll.
account, could you put a Y representing the word yes?
And
yes.
Adam, you got your account, yeah?
Yeah, I can do it now.
Yeah, do it now. No, please.
Am I allowed?
Yeah, start the chain.
Don't
Start
tell
the
him what
chain.
to write.
Right,
No.
You literally
It's democracy.
just said no, please.
Adam, if you want to go
You said
yes,
no,
you go
please.
yes, my friend.
You've already influenced democracy with your telling him what to
I
write.
sit there. I don't want to influence
I
anything.
put an N and then I put Rory is an idiot. But slow mode is on, so it's made me wait.
Why'd you have to slag off Rory like that? Okay, just let it be objective, Ad. Why'd you have to slag him off?
Exactly. Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury on the weekend. Who do you want to win?
Come on, let's get the club predictions.
Oh, we used to have some fiery debates, previously.
I don't like that.
Where?
Where?
I can't remember
What are you talking about?
certain
What do you mean?
events.
I've never ever had a debate with you about this that I can remember.
Wait,
Where?
you joking? We have.
Me and you?
Yeah,
When?
When?
on a certain thing. You know
In
what
front
I
of
mean?
a camera?
Wait, where?
Multiple
Around
cameras.
a table?
Buvey, where? Seriously. So remind me, because I want to remember this. I just can't.
We got into a debate, and honestly, it got
You and
into
I?
shouting, man. No, and everyone in a certain thing.
Who?
Huh?
Who?
A thing.
What do you mean thing? Who? I'm asking you who. Where did it take place and who
Where?
were the people?
Who?
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about me and you and other affiliates.
Such as who? I can't think of any of them.
Other tax-paying members of the public.
Allegedly.
Give me an, I honestly have no recollection of this.
But we had a big one because my argument is, and I got slagged off.
By who?
Slagged off. You! I got slagged off because I'm sitting there thinking, 99
Sitting there thinking,
99 times out of 100, Tommy Fury has to win this fight 1,000,000%, and he will. He will.
He won't.
Unless he gets caught random.
He gets battered.
No.
You
you know what? Yeah.
No, no way.
Battered.
What odds? What, 70-30, Jake? What are you saying?
80-20, 79-21.
What? Yeah, that's right. The maths is
Yeah.
right.
79-21.
It shouldn't have took you that long.
No, I'm agreeing. I'm waiting for you to say why. What, Jake for
I
79?
just think he wins. I've always said that Tommy Fury is distinctly average.
If he's an average boxer, that's
He's
the point.
not. He hasn't fought anybody that is worthy
Well,
of...
he's had 15 fights against boxers. I'm not saying that they're even world class.
What are you doing with your hands here?
Quote, because they are boxers, right? Jake
So you don't need to
has
do
Jake
that.
Paul ever fought a boxer yet?
Just basketball players
And
MMA.
MMA.
And Anderson Silva.
Yeah, he was looking for a paycheck. I mean, they're all rigged. Sorry, they're all rigged. I don't care.
Well,
The
maybe
Jake
you
Paul
should
fight's
care.
all rigged.
Maybe you should care before you start labelling people.
You know
cheats.
what? Yeah, I've been one of those guys that I've wanted Jake Paul to get filled in for a while.
I like Jake.
With this fight, I'm a bit of a neutral because I don't like either of them particularly. I rate Jake Paul's hustle. Don't get me wrong, and I think he takes boxing more seriously than most of the others that do the boxing stuff. I want Tommy Fury to win because I'm a boxing fan, but I have got a feeling for Jake Paul.
Tommy.
What are your odds?
I've got a feeling for Jake Paul. What are my percentages?
Yeah, roughly.
Of who I want to win or who I think wins.
No, think.
Yeah.
55-45 to Jake.
I think
it's
I'm
really that
95-5, Tommy.
Maybe,
Yeah, but you make a pig's ear in most predictions, don't you?
I don't.
When you think about
I
you,
predicted-
Whoa,
you know,
Rory,
when you
Rory.
By the way,
about
no,
Rory-
the camera's on me. We're doing this. I predicted famously, by the way, for another a competitive station to us.
Who?
Not saying their name.
What was it?
Who?
As a big Newcastle fan who's somehow dominated the whole scene for the last 2 months now. It's been his show. This Newcastle
that fella on pitch side.
Yeah.
The producer.
I said Brentford 4, Man United 0. All right. I said that easy, by the way.
No, you've got one prediction right.
I've not given a single prediction on this show.
No. Famously, you make a pig's ear of all of your predictions. Famously bad.
I'm not very famous.
No, but famously
I'm not very famous.
in the WhatsApp group.
No.
You're famous.
I'm just an average bloke off the
Everyone
street.
I know who knows you, if I go, do you know Buvey? They go, the guy that makes those stupid predictions. That's what they say. You're aligned to terrible predictions.
Rory goes, I'm
Tommy
Rory
wins.
Jennings, and they go, oh, you're that guy that made that stupid
No, I've made
prediction.
one. I've made one. I've got one. He's got thousands.
No.
I've got one that became quite high profile, primarily because of Thogden. But you've got like probably 6, 7 today.
No.
6, 7
impossible.
today.
It's impossible. But for me,
Mate, you already said this was going to be a home win. And
Jake Paul doesn't have enough power to knock Tommy Fury out.
Yes, he does.
Fair?
No, it's not fair. So you're making
Tommy
a pig
Fury's
ear.
been professionally boxing for 15 years.
I think
He's
really
not going to
and
get
truly,
chinned, is he? Is
Yeah.
he?
If Tommy Fury,
And then he wins on points. That's what I'm saying.
Tommy is a Fury, and he's lived around that family. If he's been in the boxing ring all his life,
He's getting chinned.
you kind of feel like. But I think Jake Paul takes it more seriously.
Do you think he'll get
And
chinned?
no, I don't know.
Yes.
So you think Jake wins on points? Because I'm saying if it goes to points, Tommy wins. He's a slicker fighter who'll look better for the judges, etc. That's why I think it'll be a Tommy. I'm not
I
saying
think
Tommy's
Tommy
gonna
Fury is
smash
the more
Jake Paul.
natural fighter. I'm just.
Do you think the fight
I'm just bothered. He
definitely
might
happened?
not want it as
Like,
much.
it's nearly happened so many
I've heard
times.
they're getting $5 million a piece. There's no way.
They're both in Saudi Arabia now, aren't they? They're both over there.
Listen, if Tommy Fury can't do the job,
Have you heard about his daughter?
give
now?
us a call here at the
What's he
club.
called his daughter?
We'll get Buvey ready.
What's he called his daughter?
Bambi.
Oh, he's such a prick. He's such a prick. So I really hope he gets smashed up. I really hope. Like, absolutely.
Molly May
battered.
and all that. What's your thoughts on Love Island?
I mean, I'm incredibly gifted at avoiding things like that.
Right. Yeah.
I'm really skilled.
He's the age group where he watches all that shit.
I don't watch anymore.
You do watch that kind of
Anymore.
I don't anymore.
You
How
do.
do you know what? I don't even have
I know
TV.
what you watch. I
don't
know
have
the
TV.
kind of guy you are.
I don't even have
I know
TV.
the kind of guy you are. The fact that you've even brought it up. No, one of my biggest skills is avoiding popular culture.
I don't. I've never been on the Love Island train.
Never. I also think, like, this thing that's happened in society where we reward idiots. Like, idiots being thick is rewarded. I don't understand how that has happened in society. Like, when I was a kid, if someone was an idiot or illiterate, you took the piss out
I
of
don't
them.
know if us
You
three
didn't
should be
reward
saying
them.
this.
No, but it's Joey Essex. It's Joey Essex. Mate, we're not illiterate, are we? The fact that we're on here means we can hold a conversation. That Joey Essex kid couldn't tell the time.
Well, we tried to have a conversation with Adam at the start and he slagged us off. So
Yeah, that's true. Adam's
I'm still
terrible
hurt
for
about
it.
that.
Adam is bad for it. But that Joey Essex geezer, he couldn't tell the time, and that was seen as being really
but
good for society.
Yeah,
I
you're right,
imagine
you're right.
Joey Essex is super clever and he just plays
He
this
isn't.
bimbo
He
act.
isn't.
He is.
And
Adam's right.
everyone laps
Adam's
it up.
not right.
Adam's right.
Adam's not right.
Everyone laps it up.
He is
Adam's
not
right.
right.
What's
I imagine that he amplifies.
what's geography?
What's a pencil?
I
What's a
imagine that.
pencil?
I imagine that he amplifies.
everyone will
his-
find it funny.
No. Well, whatever. People shouldn't reward that kind of idiocy.
But he did.
Oh, you're right about that.
I'm very right.
Of course you're right.
I'm very right.
We're on very shaky ground here.
Why?
Thank you to NordVPN for sponsoring us and rewarding our idiocy upon the tinternet.
Yeah, that is very good of them.
Appreciate
And yeah, we are over the moon that NordVPN have partnered with us. And what we would like to say to you is that it is NordVPN's 11th birthday. So there is loads and loads of offers going on. They've got some great discounts, and crucially, the discount that they have available to you right now, it comes with no jeopardy. You simply go on there and it comes with a money back guarantee. So NordVPN have been kind enough to support us. If you are after a VPN, please use the Nord.
And the link is in the description below. We can get it in the chat as well. Real Madrid are in the box. Real Madrid. Link is in the description and the chat. Go
I was going to say, if you want to watch games like this in different countries, NordVPN.
it's the way
We talk about
forward.
movies and stuff like that, but mate, games like this in different countries, it's unbelievable. Look at that.
What's
What
your
a ball.
favourite film? You keep bringing up films. What's your favourite film ever?
Magnolia by Paul Thomas Anderson.
Really?
Yeah.
Black
Why'd you
Gold.
laugh? Because a flower.
I feel
Yeah.
like
Flower, yeah.
I feel like
Oh, here we go.
no, it's just
Magnolia
my
by-
What's
favourite
your
paint.
favourite ever?
Unbelievable.
It's a hard one, you know. I
we
usually goes
Here we go.
Snatch or
Yeah.
Godfather.
I thought you'd say Godfather.
Yeah, I thought you'd say Snatch.
Depends on my mood, but one of those two. Snatch is probably my most watched film.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah. I've got those that I rewatch. I think Butch Cassidy, Singing in the Rain, I always used to love.
old film like that. Have you ever seen
Butch
Champ?
Cassidy in the Sunglasses. Yes, yeah.
About the horses and the boxing. And
Yes.
his dad gets filled in the ring and he's like, Champ,
Yeah.
wake up, Champ.
Yeah.
Wake up, Champ.
I have. When I was
Little
a
blonde
I think.
kid.
Yeah.
Starts crying on that. I started crying watching that.
Oh,
Oh,
Reminds
well
me-
played.
Reminds me of my nan as well. I
Tell
think.
you another film I love. Home Alone.
Home Alone 2 is the best.
Good film, man.
I
You know
we
what?
can't talk about it's not Christmas.
New
We
York.
can't
No,
talk about
no,
it.
New
Wait,
York.
let's save
Good
it
film.
six
It's a
months.
good
9
film.
months.
Home Alone 1 or 2, boys.
Do you know in
I
Home
don't
Alone
like
2,
either.
when I was in New York, I went on the tour of
Yes, that's what
Of
I
Home
want
Jack
to do.
Grealish did that this Christmas.
Jack
Yeah, he
Grealish.
did. He did.
Did he?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
I follow him
So
on
when we
Instagram.
go do the
My man's-
Sopranos,
He
one.
advertised it. I thought you were just like saw him doing it.
when
and
we
you
go
just
do the
flagged it.
Sopranos one, we should go do the Home Alone.
Yeah,
one.
man, definitely.
Oh,
Buvey,
Yeah,
you're not
coming.
invited.
No, you're not coming.
I'm a
sorry.
bigger fan than you two.
No, you're not. You have no knowledge.
Virgins.
Okay, I'm going to ask you 3 questions of Sopranos. If you get 100% right, you can come. If you get one wrong, it's over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm nervous now. Oh,
Okay.
fuck.
Half-time's
Honestly,
here,
I
by the
love.
way.
Honestly, I love. All right,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah.
Question
fuck,
1.
Fuck. Okay. Yeah.
The best dressed man on telly ever is actually Jude Law in. Okay, no. Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, the best dressed man in The Sopranos
Yeah.
is Ralphie.
Yeah.
What is Ralph's surname?
Ralph Cifaretto,
1 correct, Buvey.
When you get one
horse
right,
murderer.
the noise is bada bing.
Yes.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah, do
Adam, have you got
Game
a question
show.
ready for Buvey?
Oh no.
Okay, second question. Richie April in season 1, I believe, comes out of prison and he meets Beansy.
Season 1, but yeah.
Okay, season 2. He meets Beansy in a cafeteria. He ends up having an altercation with Beansy and attacks him. What methodology does he use to beat him up?
Smashes his car into his waist, breaks his hips.
He does do that, but that's not what I'm talking about in the cafeteria. If I were to say what happens in the cafeteria.
He does the coffee cup, right?
Okay,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
good. 2 out of 2. This what you're effectively winning here if you get
Yeah.
this right.
Is your
It's a trip to
your
New
respect-
York
you have
City.
to pay for.
It's a
No,
trip to New
the
York
club's
City
paying for it.
with us.
Okay.
It's a trip to New
We're
York
getting
City
even dividend out of it.
with us. Okay.
They have a horse in it.
Oh
A
yeah.
horse called.
Oh,
It's a great question. And I do know the answer.
because the episode's called The Horse, isn't
Yeah.
it?
The name of the episode is the name of the horse.
See, I was thinking I'm going to tell him and he's just going to say it. And I would have been gutted about this question.
This is a great question.
Hold his phone so he don't go.
No, don't worry, we're watching. He's not a cheat. He's many things, Buvey, but he's not a cheat.
Half time 2-2, by the way. Fantastic game of Champions League football. But right now, Buvey's trying to
Buvey's
win a
on the
trip.
spot here. Nobody's going to speak until Buvey gives his answer. This is going to be compelling viewing.
By the way, if you get NordVPN, you can
I really
watch
want
loads
Buvey
of
to get
things
this
on
right.
there.
I
Like The Sopranos.
I really want Buvey to get this right because I want Buvey to come to New York with us, but he cannot come if he doesn't get this right.
Correct.
Is there a clue that we can give?
Yeah, give me a little clue.
He has got 2 out of 2.
I'm
without
scared to give him a
3
clue because in
what
case I
about
give him the answer.
Yeah.
3.
No.
No. What clue do we give?
Mm.
It's a very difficult question.
Wow, it's unbelievable.
In the name of the horse,
Mm.
there is a food in the triple-barreled name.
Pie am I?
Yes!
He's going. He's what he should.
Yes! Well done.
Unbelievable.
Well done.
What a show, by the way.
Very good
What-
movie.
Watch it now, and
Thank
if
God
you,
he
again,
got that. It would've
and if
been
you're in
a
a different
long
country,
couple of
lads. By the way, if you're in a different country and you want to check out The Sopranos,
NordVPN.
NordVPN. It's unbelievable.
Half time 2-2. Fantastic game of Champions League football. Liverpool stealing the show early doors, racing into a 2-goal lead. We see goals from Darwin Núñez. Fantastic finish from him. Although some might say it was him trying to control the ball. We'll argue that later. Then we see a massive mistake from Thibaut Courtois. Huge mistake, which results in a 2-0 lead and a goal for Salah. Then, fine goal from Vinicius. 2-1. Brings Real Madrid back into the game. Followed by another goalkeeping error and a goal for Vinicius, his second goal of the game, after Alisson boots it into him. Some horrible goalkeeping on show, some great attacking on show.
Yeah.
Fantastic game of football. Buvey, 2-2. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking if you're Ancelotti, you try and put a midfielder on, you pat the midfield, you slow the game down, and you go back to Spain with a 2-2 draw. That's how I treat it. I think that's how the masses of European football operate. I think Klopp needs to go and get a third and a fourth. I think that's how the only way they can win is by getting a 2-goal aggregate kind of lead on the game. I think Ancelotti will do that. I think he'll slow the game down. Maybe try even nick a goal. Imagine a 3-2 win for Real Madrid tonight. It'd be an unbelievable result for them.
They kind of don't know another way to play, do they?
No.
If they try and sit off,
yeah, they're going to get ripped
They've got
apart.
holes defensively.
Yeah.
They've just lost Alaba.
Liverpool found it. I mean, Bajcetic has found the passes, to be fair, at points very, very well. And Salah's ripped them apart at left back for them. So the issue for Liverpool is who's coming off the bench to change the game. Really, I mean, Real Madrid can bring on 2 or 3 world-class midfielders potentially. It's crazy.
I'll have a look at the benches now.
Yeah, have a look.
On the bench for Liverpool. I've seen Firmino on the bench.
Not enough, is it? Not enough.
I have seen him on the bench. But they've also got Carvalho, Jota, Elliott, Keita, Kelleher, Matip, Milner, Oxlade-Chamberlain and Shimikas.
It's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. And it's not to blame anyone, but if Klopp gets a result, fair enough. But you look at Real Madrid's bench, I don't know if you've got that to hand as well, but think of like the Tchouaméni's of the world, the Cruises of the world.
I think Tchouaméni's
Is he injured?
at the moment?
Yeah.
Yes. Cruz is on the bench though. He's available.
Someone like Cruz.
Asensio, Ceballos,
Asensio.
Danny Caballas. Sorry, I said his name wrong.
Yep.
Fernandez, Hazard, Cruz, Lucas, Lunin, Martin, Odriozola, Rodriguez, and Vallejo. In other news, by the way, Napoli are winning their game 1-0. Osimhen with another goal. He's on fire this season. Kvaratskhelia, I think I said his name.
Kvaratskhelia.
Fantastic player. Missed a penalty after 25 minutes.
What
So they
player
could have
he
been
is.
2-0 up away from home against Frankfurt. As it is, 1-0 to Napoli at half-time. 2-2 between Liverpool and Real Madrid. This has probably been the most entertaining game so far, apart from the Arsenal City game that we've had on the club, innit?
Yeah, definitely. Especially with us 3 lads, all 3 of us being here.
Oh, yeah, because...
Someone missed that.
although
game.
Miles has been pretty good. He was a
Decent
pretty
chat,
good guest,
decent
wasn't he?
chat. Active on Twitter. He spends a lot of time on Twitter, the kid. Do you know what I mean? A lot of time, there are other things to be doing with your life. But yeah, fair enough. But yeah, it's a really good game, no question about it. Let us know in the comments down below what you think about who's going to win this game. Is this game a catalyst for who's going to win the Champions League? Are there other sides that could win it? The big, you mentioned Napoli there. I'm sat there thinking, why not go on a run? I mean, Real Madrid. You could argue they're in a bit of a transitional season. They've already won the they've already won the Champions League. We know how hard it is to defend it. Liverpool, City, Chelsea aren't the same force. Bayern Munich are struggling. Maybe could Napoli go on a run? Why not? I mean, it's set up for them. They're aggressive. They're a nasty side to play against. They bullied Liverpool in the group recently. Those 2 players, Kvaratskhelia, Osimhen. Wow. If they can stay fit, they're going to win the league, aren't they? They're about 10, 11 points clear in the league.
Them and Arsenal have probably been the best teams in Europe so far this season, isn't it?
And I don't
And
know.
you put Napoli ahead because they're in the Champions League.
And sometimes we can be too pragmatic as football
I
fans.
thought
say,
you
let's
weren't coming
rest
back
players
when I
here and
saw your
there.
comment in the chat. I thought you weren't coming back when I saw your comment in
Great
the chat.
show, lads.
Yeah.
Were you commenting on the toilet?
No, I was commenting as I was walking to the bar.
Right.
Okay, yeah. Number 1, number 2?
Quick wee.
Do you wash your hands?
Quick wee and back. Always very hygienic. I'm
Yeah, you are.
famously hygienic.
Famously.
Famous.
Famously hygienic. It's a good game, this. Very good game.
It is. We've
Although I
just
suppose
been speaking about it. What are your thoughts?
Yeah.
overall?
I mean, it's to be expected, isn't it? It's 2 behemoth clubs going head to head in the European Cup. It's a rematch of last year's final. There was obviously a final fairly recently after that as well. So yeah, I mean, it's exactly what we would expect. 2 all terribly finely poised. I don't think anybody can pick a winner now. No. I don't even mean tonight. I mean of the tie. Who's more likely to go through? I suppose Real Madrid will be happier just because of the momentum of the game.
Mm-hmm.
They were losing away from home, and the fact that they're at 2-2, they'll be over the moon with that because I imagine they will think that they can't start as slowly as they did. And
What's your take on Napoli? Because I was sort of saying before you came in, Napoli, they're on an unbelievable run. They've got a couple of players that are in world-class form. Like we talk about
They won't
Rashford in
win the
terms of their
European
form. But if you're the manager of Napoli, they're 10, 11 points clear in the league.
15, I think.
15. So you've got the league wrapped up.
Mourinho's
potentially.
doing well, isn't he?
See, here we go. You never do you know what? You meditate on it and just move on to the next moment, mate. Don't hold on to the past, bro. But Napoli, why not go for the Champions League? Bayern Munich are not the same.
But I mean,
City of
they
London.
literally are going for the Champions League.
Yeah, but if you're the manager, do you double go
do you know
for
what I
it?
would say? I think there's something weird at the moment. Like, usually, and it doesn't always work out like this, but usually you would say there's a front runner for the European Cup. So usually you'd go, there are an obvious 3, 4, maybe even 5 teams that could win it, and only they can win it.
Yeah.
This year, it doesn't feel like that. This year, it feels like it could be the year for an outsider.
Happily.
Like, I'm not even joking. You know, if Chelsea were to sack Graham Potter and bring in somebody capable, I could see like when Chelsea won it in 2012, we were worse than this.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was less likely, and also there were better teams. There were better teams that we had to beat. You know, it was Messi's Barcelona. It was Arjen Robben's Bayern Munich. It was far less likely that Chelsea won the European Cup that year than it would be this
So
year.
you can't win the Champions League with Graham Potter?
No, we can't win a game of football with Graham Potter. No. Do you know how? No. We can't score a goal.
Couldn't win the St. Johnston's paint trophy.
No, we can't score a goal. Like,
St. Johnson's?
What is it?
St. Johnston.
Johnston's paint trophy.
Johnston's
Not
paint
St.
trophy.
Johnston. St. Johnston's a different
St.
thing, isn't it?
Johnston's.
That's
Jody Morris
a
played.
football club in
Jody
Scotland.
Morris played for St. Johnston.
I got a win out the other day over Salford.
Swindon, yeah.
Swindon. Shout out Jody Morris.
But no, I would say that, mate, do you know how bad it is? Like, I was desperate for Potter to last. I was desperate for it to work. But it is so bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
You know, if you look at the form table, not of the last 5 games, you know, if you make it, say, last 14, 15, I mean, it's catastrophic.
Mudryk came on and lost the ball 20 times in 40 minutes. Now, I said, I did a clip. Everyone was laughing at me. Everyone thought it was for TikTok clout and all that and to get the club, you know, whatever. He's terrible.
He's terrible. He's terrible at the moment.
He's shocking. No. Some of the things you know when a player comes and you can see the quality and maybe he's not Premier League quality
Buvey,
or he's an Italian league player, whatever. Mate, this guy's not even. Mate, he's terrible.
Can I just make an argument?
You've done
here?
this about Nunes.
We watched Chelsea against
Done this
Liverpool.
about
I said Nunes has got the physicality to grow into.
We
the league.
watched
No.
Liverpool
You
versus
called him
Chelsea.
Andy Carroll.
No, I didn't.
You called him Andy
Where?
Carroll.
What stream?
We watched Liverpool versus Chelsea in a 0-0, and he played 30 minutes, and you went, I've seen enough from him to know he's a good footballer.
Who?
Yeah, that's exactly what
did
you
that
Mudryk?
day. I
Yeah.
swear to God that day.
I said he was shit.
No. That's what
That day you said you've seen enough from him. He was very
lads.
good against.
No, lads. Have a day off, lads. All right, I'll do the stream from now on. No, it's
You
fine.
famously said
I said he
that
came on.
Darwin Núñez was Andy Carroll, and then he scored a goal like that tonight.
I said about the flick, and I got lucky with the flick, and people were slagging me off about it. He did a flick past one of the Liverpool, Joe Gomez, I think it was. He got lucky. All the Chelsea fans were getting gassed about it. I said, well, Aguero came for 38 million quid in his debut. He lit the world on fire against Swansea. He was unbelievable. Mudryk comes on, he gets a deflected little flick, and he's £800 million player.
No, but
he's honestly, mate, he's shocking.
Honestly, he's
Honestly.
certainly playing. But when we were talking about Mount earlier,
Yeah.
and we said that Mount's a very good footballer, chronically out of form. I think that's applicable to a lot of Chelsea players.
But Mudryk's never had form ever.
I mean, I've never
any
watched him.
level.
I've never seen him play until he came to Chelsea. But I'm assuming that
That's because you cannot get Ukrainian league, games. It's the Ukrainian league. It's not even a top 10 league.
lots of players have done very well in the Ukrainian league and replicated that form in the Premier League.
I don't think Mudryk will be one of them.
No,
I don't think
I mean, I haven't seen any.
Willian. I don't think he's got.
I haven't seen anything to suggest that he will be.
No.
But I also think it would be very wise to not write off a footballer after 5 games.
I do lack that wisdom for sure. I'm not going to sit here and say I lack that wisdom for sure. But
You lack a lot of wisdom.
I do, but there's something intrinsically in me. When I watch football, I just know he's going to. He honestly, he's shocking.
Yeah, but like I say,
for real,
you can't.
You know when Joe came to Man City, he reminds me of Joe.
Remember his tune with G in it? I wanna ride.
Look. Overall, I'm not a huge fan of Mudryk.
Yeah.
But I would also say, I'm not really ready to judge Mudryk for about a year. You seem to be
The reason that I'm judging him so quick, by the way, I don't want to be like a dickhead.
I think he's probably played 100 minutes of Premier League football, and you're writing him off. I just think that's wild. I agree with what, I agree with you.
Minutes.
I agree with what you're saying. Everything that we've seen so far is probably accurate, but it also feels very early.
The issue is the price tag. The reason I'm saying all this is because the price tag's relevant to this discussion. If he's a £5 million gamble, it's different. Chelsea's this isn't a joke. This is a nearly £100 million gamble on a kid.
Yeah, I think it's hard to judge anyone at Chelsea.
But it's 100 minutes of football.
But Enzo Fernandez, you've got the thing with the World Cup, Benfica. He was linked to Premier League clubs
He
when he
played
was back
20
in
games for
Argentina.
Benfica,
Yeah. I think that I know, but what I'm trying to say, Mudryk is a whole different kettle of fish.
Yeah, potentially. Look, potentially. I'm launching this strong and weirdly impassioned defence of Mudryk when I don't really agree with what I'm saying. The issue that I have is I agree with everything you're saying, but I would also say that he's as likely to flop as he is potentially become our version of Eden Hazard today.
I also think it's a bit unfair to judge any of these Chelsea players at the moment. When you look at the state of the team on a whole, the There's no semblance of coaching. There's no semblance of tactics. Every week the team's changing. There's no partnerships being made. There's nothing going on there. For all we know, all of these players could be amazing. They're just waiting on the right coach.
Like, have you seen our current form over the say the past 14 games? It's so bad. Like, nobody in the league has like one less in that period. Nobody. That's how bad we are. Nobody in the league has scored less. Nobody has scored less. In the last 15 games, nobody has won less. Nobody has scored less. And I think Chelsea are 16th in that table. Like, these numbers are so shocking. These numbers are so bad. And I think Graham Potter will try and point to the other numbers that I have no interest in. You know, he'll talk about the XG, and he'll talk about the progress, and he'll talk about the possession stats or whatever. But to me, none of that stuff is quantifiable.
You can get away with that at Brighton as well. There's an expectation that you get the results at Chelsea.
Also, the other thing is with Potter, people keep referring to him. I think Buvey did it there. As a new manager, like, Thomas Tuchel only managed 7 games this season. He's been there for 6-7 months.
You also, the same reason as Lampard, you can't learn on a job at Chelsea.
No.
You have to. You can get better, and you can build foundations and take your time and maybe have some speed bumps in the road. But you can't completely.
No, but I think he needs to be. I think he needs to be sacked because he just is so clearly not good enough. He's so clearly not what we need. He's so clearly out of his depth at Chelsea. And look, if people want to tell me he was a good manager and he did wonderful things at Brighton, I would contest that as well, because I think a lot of the problems that you saw at Brighton are replicating themselves at Chelsea. So, for example, you know, when he was at Brighton, I remember people saying if they had a striker, they would score so many goals because they were quite wasteful. They didn't score enough.
XG again.
If they had a striker, XG again. And that problem has followed him to Chelsea. And bearing in mind, this is a crucial bit of the story. He leaves Brighton and they've scored 1 billion goals. They've scored 1 billion goals since he left. De Zerbi's got them firing. So much so that Tottenham are potentially going to get De Zerbi.
Marcus Rashford scored more than Chelsea.
No, loads of people have. No,
like
loads of, they have. That's correct. But loads of people have. Yeah. Like, that's not.
So is
I acknowledge Marcus Rashford's brilliance, but that don't demonstrate it at all.
We got Cal Freezy in the chat.
Stop it,
Cal. Yeah, man. He says Enzo Hernandez.
Yeah, I think Cal Freezy is pretty much spot on.
You were calling him a mug earlier before he was in the chat, though, weren't you?
Did I call Cal Freezy a mug? I mean, it's possible. I don't think I did.
You did?
Did I?
Yeah.
Regarding?
Just called him a mug. I think you started the show by saying,
"Oh, you're just."
I want to start the show.
No, do you know what? That gives you an insight into. I don't really know what I said. I don't really know who I insult, because you said I did it, and you're obviously joking. I was like, "I possibly could have done that." Like, maybe. But I'm glad to hear that I didn't. But look, the Enzo Fernandez thing that Cal Freezy brings up there, I think it's an interesting point to discuss, because I like Fernandez, and obviously I was in Qatar and I went to a couple of Argentina games, and I like the way that he plays. But he needs to elevate it as well. You know, there is a lot going on. Do you know Joao Felix is a great example of this? Do you know what I saw? Do you know what I saw with Joao Felix in his very short time in the Premier League? I can totally understand why he's seen as being a £100 million footballer, and I can totally see why he's on loan at Chelsea. Like, he's demonstrated the qualities that you would associate with a £100 million footballer, and he's demonstrated the quality of a footballer that would get loaned out. He's both. I can see why. Wasteful. Can't finish, you know.
So, is the bigger problem here the players or the manager?
At Chelsea, the problem is the problem is the manager. It's not even
or does he just need more time with those players?
You can't give him more time. You're wasting time giving him more time. He's clearly out of his depth. He's clearly not a Chelsea manager. He's not an elite level manager. Oh, Trent Alexander-Arnold been done. That's a foul, ref.
Edge of the box, fortunately for Joe Gomez. It was a bit
He's
reckless,
the boy Vinicius, isn't he?
He's very good.
He's
and you know,
boy.
with all the pressure, the other day he played against Atletico Madrid. The fans had put ridiculous pressure and abuse on him. Atletico Madrid's players, and he just comes out and
did he play well
player.
as well?
Yeah, he's such a good player, man.
Yeah, look, he got in front of the ball and just made Joe Gomez foul him.
Clever, that.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, Chelsea, I think, are in a crisis now. There's no two ways about it. Like, Chelsea are officially in a crisis. And until we sack the manager, that won't change. Because also, we've got our 2 biggest games of the season coming up, you know. You know our 2 next games?
It's a dangerous free kick list. Let's watch it. Someone asked for Rory's thoughts on Mason Mount. If you want to hear Rory's thoughts on Mason Mount, watch or listen to the podcast. We'll listen to the podcast.
Coming out
Wednesday,
tomorrow.
4 p.m. UK time, everywhere you get your audio stuff from.
Rudiger and Fabinho are really at it, aren't they?
They've been at it all game.
Yeah.
It's a good battle, that.
Yeah.
Be an interesting fight.
Yeah, I think in a fight.
Oh! Yeah!
2-0 down, 3-2 up. Real Madrid are going to win the cup.
Yes, lad.
Unbelievable. Absolutely.
What a goal
Mate,
that is.
that's why they're champions, isn't it? That's why they're European.
Eder
elite.
Militao. Now, this free kick was just... So it's from the angle you take a corner from.
Silly for
But on
Gomez
the
to
edge
give
of the
away that free kick,
18-yard
man.
box. It's been whipped in. Militao's made a run from the back post area to the middle of the box. Penalty spot area.
Yeah.
And he's smashed it in.
They're unbelievable, Real Madrid, aren't they? They are European heavyweights in a way that nobody else can compete with. Like Liverpool are. You know, Liverpool have won it 7 times, haven't they? It's up there with AC Milan, but he's totally unmarked, Adam. He's totally unmarked. He's made a quick run. Who's not gone with him? Hang on, who's not gone with him there? Comes into the shot now. Is it Van Dijk?
No, there's 6 men,
That's
but they're
Gakpo.
all... I know that's 4, but they're like just in a line across the 6-yard box.
I think
There's
no, but
movement.
somebody didn't go with him from a different angle. I think it was Cody Gakpo. Just didn't go with him at all.
Cody what?
Cody Gakpo, forgive me. Forgive me. My Dutch was slightly off there. My Dutch wasn't quite
You know
what it
what
should
I'm
be.
annoyed about? You know when you get back home and you're like, damn, I should have said that. Rude Hullet.
Yeah, Ruud Gullit.
Ed De Hoy.
Ed De Hoy. Cody Gakpo.
Someone commented that I celebrated more for Madrid goals than I do United goals. I'm not sure you've seen me celebrate United goals, you know.
People just like to sneer though.
Yeah.
Somebody's a
He's a Liverpool fan crying.
Somebody's a Liverpool fan. He's furious
crying, yeah.
that you've celebrated at all.
I mean, I hate Liverpool. You know when people go, Adam, you hate Arsenal. Well, Adam, you just hate Liverpool. Yeah.
Do you know
That'd
what
be something I don't
Do you know
know.
what I find quite funny? I get it a bit on social media. I'm like, my name on Twitter is Chelsea Rory, right?
Yeah.
People go, you're biased. Like, yeah. Yeah. Tribalism, innit? It's
I
football.
think
It's a
people
rivalry.
expect from us, you know, like how they expect Gary Lineker to be
Yeah.
neutral.
Yeah.
I'm going to be, I can
Yeah.
only be neutral. I can't be biased. We're not that.
But I don't
I'm
think...
not Gary
yeah.
Neville, bro.
What I do find quite entertaining with it all, though, is, you know, when people go, this is the one time you got it right. And you're like, no, it's not the one time I got it right. It's the one time that you've agreed with me. It's like, I agree. On this occasion, I can't believe it, Rory's got something right. It's not that I'm right or wrong. It's just it happens to chime with your feelings on the situation.
And
I
really,
can't
you
believe
probably agree a lot of times.
Yeah.
They just
Exactly.
haven't got time for it.
This is huge, you know. Do you know this is the kind of performance from Real Madrid that it's actually like the route to winning it? You know, when you get those moments, like there was a moment when Chelsea won the cup in '97, we beat Liverpool. Actually, we beat Liverpool in the 3rd round, and we're 2-0 down and 1-4-2, and like people started to believe that we could win it because that happened. You missed the goal. Oh, cheers, man.
Oh, you missed the goal, but you got loads of water, so you know, great.
Hydrated, mate.
Yeah, you've got to be hydrated. It's very important. I don't want those.
I'm passing them over to...
I don't want them.
You know, how many people are on the show?
Who has Potter?
I thought you had one there.
How many people are on the show?
3, I thought.
Oh yeah, that's what I
Had this. There's
You-
a bit at the bottom.
Your numeracy
Can't
skills.
give me a backwash.
Your numeracy skills aren't what they should be.
Mate, I'm a humanity.
Your hair's
Humanities.
heavy, isn't it, at the moment?
I'm having
Very
a haircut
heavy.
soon.
I like it.
No, I'm having
No, let it go.
It's too much for me.
It's almost, it's like,
I'm not doing a Rory's Barnet. I can't do that.
I like, that account. That's slowed down, thankfully.
No, they did one.
Oh, did they do?
They did one yesterday talking
they?
about. He was like, oh, well, he clipped up the bit where he's like, oh, the sidemen, they're going to cut me hair off. But London Bridge looks nice tonight.
Did you,
wanna put that
where
example.
did you see this? On the TikTok?
Yeah, on the TikTok, they've cut off the bit before you go to get your hair cut by the sidemen.
Ridiculous.
How good, by the way, was the Simon?
You know you've missed a goal.
It's great. Yeah.
Do you know
you
you've
watched
missed a
it?
goal?
Yeah, you haven't watched it, have you?
The roast?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've watched a bit right at the end.
What was your favourite bit
You've
of
watched the bit at the end.
You know,
The
there's a
best
certain
bit's
bit.
in the middle when Stephen tries it on.
Yeah.
it? What's the best bit of it? What's your favourite line?
There's a bit. Just trying to think.
Go on.
No, I can't say.
Who did they have on it? They had Stephen Tries.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
They had Bambino Becky.
Yeah, she was saying something.
What did she say?
She said something about. Yeah.
Who was the mainstream person on?
Mainstream person.
Who's the most mainstream of the people?
Vernon
who are on?
Kay.
I don't know actually.
So you watched it, yeah?
I watched bits of it. Yeah, I watched highlights on YouTube, on TikTok.
Okay, interesting.
I did.
No, but you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you're robbing from the creator.
Yeah. He
What do you
uploaded
mean?
them all on his own TikTok.
Yeah, interesting one.
So what was your
very,
favourite?
Very bitter jokes about people's personal lives. Let's put it that way.
What do you mean?
Just horrible jokes, horrible, nasty jokes about people's personal lives.
Such as?
Would you not do a roast of us?
I'd be so scared.
Yeah.
Would you?
Because you know what it is? Like, people can go, you know, like when they were up there was people saying like, oh yeah, Ethan loves a prostitute and that, like on the thing. But it's like, these lot can say whatever they want, and no matter what they joke about, people at home are going to think there's a nugget of truth to that. When really they're just going up there and they could say what they want. There might be a nugget of truth, there might not be.
Yeah.
But once you say it, people think there is.
Yeah.
Right, do you know what I mean? That's what I would be scared of. Someone going up there and just saying whatever they want. And now people assume that's true.
That's why the sidemen are. That's why the sidemen are what they are, isn't it? That's why they are like the world's biggest.
No, they are.
Presumably the world's biggest
group.
YouTube group.
Well, you've got them phase fellas, but I don't know who they are.
I think that tells the story then, doesn't it?
No, but they're big in America though, right? They're big in America.
I know, yeah, exactly.
Like, there's a lot of YouTubers that are massive in America. We don't have a clue.
Speed and all that.
Yeah. I know who that is though. I saw him when I was in
Did you see the clip with Speed and Drake?
Yeah.
That's so funny, man. So funny. I love
I find him a little bit loud.
Oh yeah, you couldn't chill around him for 5 minutes.
That's the whole thing, isn't it?
But I imagine he has to keep that up now.
He's only 18 years old as well.
It's like Rory with his idiotic statements, isn't it?
What's your what? It's completely out of the blue.
I'm not backing
completely unnecessary.
After that Mourinho rant,
minding my own.
We're going to have to reset next podcast.
I was about to ask Buvey a really insightful question there about the football. It had nothing to do with that.
Yeah. After that Mourinho rant, you really isolated both of us.
Yeah, both of us, mate. You're on your own here, Adam.
You isolated us with that.
You isolated.
Is that why you never got me a water?
Yep. Yeah.
Honestly, I'll get you one in a minute.
Maybe it is.
I'm gonna get you.
Maybe you don't deserve a water with your Mourinho rant.
That was in poor taste. He's a legend.
No, it was embarrassing that. You let yourself down there and the club.
I apologise to the club and my family.
Do you know you've missed a goal?
Yeah. What was it? Can you describe it to me?
It was a good header from Militao.
Vinicius won a free kick.
Vinicius won a free kick. Joe Gomez was slightly foolish giving away the free kick. You know, you can never do that. It's why I thought Cesar Azpilicueta got it so wrong when Chelsea conceded a free kick to James Ward-Prowse. James Ward-Prowse in the team, a free kick is the same thing as a penalty. So don't give him a free kick.
Not quite the same.
It's the same.
It's not the same.
Do you want to know something amazing about James Ward-Prowse?
Yeah.
You won't believe this. You ready? The man, despite being elite free kick taker, he do not practice them.
Yeah,
you know the whole. No, he don't.
He does.
You know the whole thing. Practice makes perfect.
No.
Practice makes perfect is a theory. Practice make perfect is what your mum tells you. She's a liar.
Rubbish.
Because
James Ward-Prowse
has perfect free kick rhythm, and yet he chooses and opts into not practicing free kicks.
Natural, just naturally does it.
Do you know why? Do you know the motivation for it?
Yeah.
Because he says if you practice them, you take away the tense situation that you have in the game. Like you want it to be fully focused. This is beautiful.
Yeah!
4.
Game
Karim Benzema.
That man.
What game?
Karim Benzema is just
bit of luck. Joe Gomez.
He's had a bad game, Joe Gomez. You know that.
This one was a bit unlucky, though. I think.
But it always seems to be him. He was unlucky giving a free kick.
Why always me? Why always me?
Wow.
4-2 to Real Madrid.
From 2-0 up as well.
You see, like, you know how Liverpool would just get him back somewhere. Do you reckon
this won't stutter their league form, I don't think.
Nah?
No, they're losing to the best team officially the best team in the world. It shouldn't have too much of an impact. Very lucky, actually, that goal.
It's a very Real Madrid kind of goal.
It's a very Real Madrid goal, I was thinking. Don't know about you. What do you think? If you were to liken this goal to a club...
You can't nick my lines. I mean, you've been in the game 20 odd years. You can't be nicking my lines.
I think that it's fair to say...
If you're nicking my lines, something's gone wrong.
I think it's fair to say that it's a very Real Madrid goal.
Yeah,
all I'm saying.
For me, it's a Real Madrid goal.
And for me, that's a very Real Madrid goal for me. As goals go, I'd say it's very Real Madrid.
For me, it's a very Real Madrid kind of finish.
When I see this bit here, like see this 1-2 passage
This is very Karim Benzema.
It's very Real Madrid.
Very Real Madrid, I think.
This is very Benzema.
Real Madrid-esque. Oh, it's Real Madrid. What a chance.
Was he trying to pass it to Vinicius, Benzema?
I think it was quite a poor shot.
Joe Gomez is championship, isn't he?
I don't
remember when that man was saying Joe Gomez was like the best in the world.
Did he start for Fulham?
No, because Tim Ream's better than him.
I don't rate Joe Gomez as good enough to play for Liverpool. Like, do you remember when he got into that argument with Raheem Sterling?
Yeah, that was bad.
When he got
in the changing room as well.
Joe Gomez.
Joe Gomez got scratched. Yeah.
Don't beef with Sterling. Do you see he sent that kid flying in the Southampton game when he came on?
Yeah.
Who was it?
Played well when he came on.
Yeah, I thought he did. Yeah,
played well. Like as much as I don't really like Kai Havertz, it was foolish from Potter to leave him out. Like. He's our best threat for a goal. It's not a good threat for a goal, but
Kai Havertz.
Yeah. Like start him, man.
Kolo Muani has been sent off for Frankfurt. They're down to 10 men. Napoli 1-0 up still.
This is unbelievable. 4-2 Real Madrid.
Yeah, I'm not having Ward-Prowse doesn't practice free kicks, by the way. Sorry. I know we let that slip because Real Madrid scored. Listen, there's not a chance. Maybe in between games,
Wait,
like he's got a game.
No.
He's chatting shit. On a Saturday and there's a game on Wednesday, maybe you don't train in between free kicks. I understand that. But in between, he's never trained free kicks.
He doesn't train for free kicks.
That's nonsense.
Nonsense. I'm telling you only facts.
If he says that,
I don't care.
He said that,
I don't believe
Why
him.
lie then?
I don't care about
Where have you read that?
Don't believe him.
It's called football knowledge. It's called football knowledge.
So if it's coming from your mind, then it's fucked then.
It's called football knowledge.
You've got the mind of a sieve.
I've got the... mate, are you joking?
Yeah.
Mate,
Got the memory of a sieve.
I've forgotten more than you've ever learnt. What you don't know...
Say the line.
What you don't
That one
know...
was catchy,
What you
thought it'd
don't
be.
know would fill a book.
I've forgotten more than you've learned.
I've forgotten that you've ever known. I've forgotten more than you know
I was
now.
in Casualty 25 years ago.
No, mate, honestly. James Ward-Prowse doesn't practice free kicks. And he's
He
that
said
good
that,
at it.
Ad. He said it.
bollocks.
If Rory knows it, he knows it. mate.
James Ward-Prowse, come and say
Rory's
this
your
to my
mate.
face.
Rory's
because I'll
your
laugh
mate.
at you, bro.
No,
Just chatting it.
I'm telling you that it's true.
He said that he doesn't practice them because they could cause him injury.
I'm not chatting it.
There you go.
Chatting
The
it.
It's
oracle.
weird. It's weird. You're right,
The
Ad. It's
oracle.
weird. If he said it, he said
The
it.
oracle speaks again.
I know for a fact.
See, I say something and you don't believe me. Then Jack says it and you go, okay, I believe him. That's offensive to me. That's very...
I said I don't believe it. I still don't
you
believe
still
it.
don't believe Jack?
No, I don't believe it.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah, you might be
Jack-
gassing.
So you just don't believe
I
anyone.
believe-
You think everything is a conspiracy.
Oh,
He's
sorry.
Man
Adam
United.
White.
He's Man United.
Adam White.
Did you think I didn't believe you? I believed you, but I just don't believe he's telling the truth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
He's lying.
I think you're right.
Sounds like a really pointless lie.
No, it's not.
Like if you're going to lie about something, say that you
He wants to
had
sound
sex
good.
with Cindy Crawford.
He wants to sound good.
That's a rubbish lie. As lies go, I don't practice free kicks. You aren't getting any girls.
Just
off
a,
that.
just a
It's
quick,
live,
just a
bro.
quick one, lads. I saw a tweet and it was like, James Ward-Prowse is the best free kick taker in the history of football.
Absolute nonsense.
And I had to go. I had to tweet it. I TikToked it and everything about it. I can't believe
I think
it. And then someone said, "You tweeted me.
statistically, he
Name
is,
20 then. Name 20 better." I gave a list. 20 easy, by the way.
Who are the 20?
Easy. Do you want me to read them out?
No, I'd like you to give me 5.
Maradona, Messi,
Is Maradona a better free kick?
Juninho, Ronaldinho, Thierry Henry.
Hang on, is Maradona... I don't know whether this is true. You could be completely
Thierry
right.
Henry's number 3 on the all-time Premier League list.
No,
He
no,
scored goals
Thierry
for them.
Henry's not a better free kick taker than James Ward-Prowse.
Also,
David Beckham.
Also, Maradona.
I had a 20-man list, by the way.
You know,
20 man,
when you went Maradona.
Yeah, Maradona.
Like, you could be right. I haven't seen Maradona take that any
Actually,
free kicks.
Thierry Henry might be, bro.
I haven't seen
Thierry
Maradona.
Henry's number 3 on the
No, I
list,
don't
and
think
his free
Thierry
kicks
Henry-
won Premier League
Listen,
titles.
I tell you, David, you know what?
Juninho.
The big deal is James Ward-Prowse is going to end up scoring the most free kicks in the Premier League.
You'll do that.
And
Having
he
the
would have
most
taken
of
less. Though.
things-
He would have taken
No,
less.
he's
though.
played more games than David Beckham.
No, but David Beckham plays for a team that are on the attack, and therefore you assume winning more free
Okay.
kicks than Southampton.
That means David
Why
Beckham.
not? That's not mad. That's
David-
a very normal thing for me to say.
Ward-Prowse, mate, he's got no pressure. He's fighting for a 15th place finish
Yeah.
every season. David Beckham's doing it against Greece
No,
to get England to the World Cup.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about David
David
Beckham
Beckham's doing
scoring
it in the
more. He has
last
more
minute.
free kicks to take.
But I'm saying the standard.
Ryan Giggs is going to win more free kicks than Egglestonstad.
No, no. But then he's also got more competition to take him. There's better players on the pitch.
Yeah, he's the best. He's the best one at Manchester
You
United.
know why
but-
David Beckham's the greatest free kick taker of all time? And definitely Premier League era. If you want to argue Juninho,
Yeah,
Pemba
fine,
Branco,
fine,
and people want
fine.
to talk about
Yeah,
Ronaldinho and all
Coleman.
these different players, cool story.
Yeah, fine.
But David Beckham, without a doubt, he did it under pressure. He did it when it really, really mattered. And I'm not talking just free kicks, set pieces, corners, all that stuff. Last minute, when you need a 93rd minute goal, David Beckham's taking your corner. How many fellas hoof it into the first man?
Yeah.
Hoof it over. David Beckham every single time into the spot. And not, like free kick goals, yeah. Barcelona in the Champions League and all those kind of things. James Ward-Prowse doing it against
Burnley.
Burnley.
I'll list some teams he's done it against. Palace, Burnley, Newcastle.
And
when
he's
they were
taken
shit,
like
West
more
Brom.
games to do
It's
it.
embarrassing. It's
No, but
embarrassing.
it probably takes more games.
not
It probably
better
takes
than
less
Beckham.
free kicks.
It's like when people go, "Oh,
I
Matt
think-
Letizia should be in the Premier League all-time 11." Well, no, he shouldn't. He just played. He was a really good player that didn't get enough credit that he deserved, and maybe he should have had a cap more or two.
Was a wicked
but
player.
that doesn't. No, of course he was.
The Premier League.
But he shouldn't be in the-
I
it's
do
like-
see shouts like that. I do
You
see shouts like that.
try and be clever and all that. James Ward-Prowse isn't better than Beckham, and he never has been.
But-
and if he was,
but wait,
guess
you-
what? You wouldn't be at Southampton.
You'd
bro.
be at Man United
But
right now.
you know,
or Chelsea.
James Ward-Prowse will have, when he eventually becomes the free kick taker, I think he will have done it in less. He will have done it in less
what?
free kicks.
So what?
He's had
So he
less
would have scored
games.
more goals.
Alright,
in
He's
less
had more
You
games.
know what? Lee Trundle.
More
Lee
games
Trundle was a
doesn't mean more free
fantastic
kicks,
striker
does
in
it?
League One.
More
Lee
ga-
Trundle
more games
was the most
doesn't mean more
skillful
free
player in
kicks.
the history of League One. Lee Trundle for
What's
Swansea.
Lee Trundle got to do with
Because
the
he's the
price
most
of fishing?
skillful player in League One. So he's the most skillful player in the history of football, is he? No, exactly.
I don't
So
understand.
James Ward-Prowse is a good free kick taker.
I really love you, but I don't understand.
James Ward-Prowse is a decent free kick taker
Why are you
at the
talking
low
about
end
Lee
of the.
Trundle?
Because Lee Trundle, as an
He's proving
example,
I don't get the
exaggerating a
point.
point to make a point.
exactly. If you use a bit of skill at lower end of the table where there's less pressure, it applies less. It matters less.
Yeah, so if
Beckham,
Hang on, could you not
Jorginho,
argue? Could you not argue
Coleman.
that keeping Southampton up,
No, there's no pressure to that because no one cares. No one cares.
presumably he
even
cares.
Southampton fans don't care. They'd rather get relegated so they can start winning games again in the Championship against Rotherham. That's with all due respect. Maradona, by the way, scored free kicks to get Napoli a league title. Coleman, Barcelona, league titles.
You know what
Pele
he said?
scored 59, 70 free
I've
kicks.
got 20 players for you here who took better free kicks. You could have told me, gave me 50 attempts to get the first one, and I'd never have guessed Maradona.
Well, because you don't know anything about football. Then. That's fine. You're illuminating everyone about the fact you don't know. How many people in the chat now? 6,000, 5,000, whatever it is. No, Adam knows nothing about football because Maradona scored goals for Napoli and Barcelona to win titles.
I'm sure that's
free
true.
Kicks,
but
free
how many
kicks,
of those free kicks have you seen?
Rudiger.
How many of those free kicks? How many
That's the one
times
in the
have you
Maradona documentary. I watched that recently.
I've watched it as well, but I don't remember him taking any free kicks.
He did in the documentary. He takes one, he goes over like that. It's easy, lad. Nakamura for Celtic.
That was amazing.
Nakamura
He scored
Celtic.
one at Old Trafford.
That was amazing.
Sorry,
He scored one to
Name 5 good free kick takers. He went Maradona, Ronaldinho, Messi. Just name 5 brilliant footballers. Well,
They're on the list.
You know who else? I'm surprised he didn't go there. Pele.
I did put Pele on the list.
Did you?
He scored 70 in his career. He scored 70 free kicks in his career. He scored 70 free kicks, lads. And he won World Cups, lads. All right. So you know nothing about football. Congratulations, guys.
Oh, mate.
Somehow I'm on a podcast with two geezers who know nothing about football.
2 guy geezers.
All right.
Dear, oh dear.
Embarrassing.
Yeah, but James Ward-Prowse ain't better than...
Yeah, I'm getting a weird little...
James Ward-Prowse ain't better than...
But okay, let's not even do any comparisons. Let's just appreciate James Ward-Prowse's contribution. Like, his free kicks are exceptional.
No, I don't want to.
I don't want to.
I don't want to. I
Well,
think they're average. I think he's a decent free kick taker.
You don't want to have a
I think
conversation.
the one Ronaldo scores
acknowledging-
against Portsmouth is fantastic.
Can I just,
You know,
mate,
that
just
one, for
for the
example.
record here, right? You and I, that kind of off camera. You and I are on a football podcast here, and we're going to kind of talk football.
Yeah.
You know, if I go, let's just acknowledge James Ward-Prowse's brilliance, and you go, I don't want to. That's kind of not conducive to what we're building here. Like,
He's decent,
you're making
lads.
this a bit awkward, mate. Should we talk about James Ward-Prowse
All I'm
scoring brilliant
saying-
free kicks?
No,
I don't want to.
I don't want to go on my knees and beg for the football world to say, I love James Ward-Prowse. He's okay. He's okay.
Okay, take
I'm
us-
not- I'm
you know,
not getting
free
on my knees for this
kicks-
guy.
you know
free
what?
kicks out.
You know
who's
how
not
good a
better?
footballer is he?
He's not
How
even
good
better
is he?
than David Bentley.
How good?
Bentley's a better free kick
How
taker.
good?
Blackburn Rovers.
How high did you
Blackburn?
rate James Ward-Prowse?
If he was a number out of 10, he's a 4 out of 10.
Oh no! As a what?
Like,
Free
just
kick
as a
taker?
as a footballer,
As a
like
general footballer, he's
I
five.
think he's a top 6, top 8 level footballer. I think he'd easily start for Tottenham. I think he's better than Højbjerg.
Do you know what kind of tier he is?
I think he's better than
He's not better
Højbjerg.
than
Do you know
Højbjerg.
that? No.
Different player, but
Do you know that Scott Parker type level where the very good players?
Big
good
I mean,
Premier
Scott
League
Parker played for Chelsea when they won a league.
yeah, but he didn't
Yeah,
play, did he?
but he
Didn't start.
eventually left, didn't he?
Didn't even
Yeah,
start.
he
because
left, but he went to Tottenham.
the peak that he's trying to explain is West
What I'm
Ham.
trying to say is Parker went to Chelsea and then it didn't work out, so he had to drop down a bit.
Yeah.
So I feel like James Ward-Prowse ever went to a Liverpool or United, he'd have to drop down.
okay,
a bit.
so what level? No,
Europa
I agree.
League
I don't
footballer.
think he's a Champions League footballer, but
Europa
I
League.
do think that. I do think he's a Europa League footballer.
His set pieces are very good as well. I know we've been kind of ridiculing him
Like, he's
because people compare him to
he's
Beckham.
definitely-
He's very good at it. He does it every week, bruv. It feels like he's scoring a free kick every week.
I feel like he would get in the Tottenham team immediately, and I think he would. I think he would really help
Or
Tottenham.
when everyone's fit.
Yeah.
No.
No. You don't think he gets in the Tottenham team?
No way.
I mean, he's played for England.
I didn't get the clamour for him to
Mate,
start
Bobby
for England.
Zamora's played for England.
No, but in a different era.
Jay Bothroyd's played for England.
Yeah,
My
one-
nan's played for
famously
England where
once.
it's going. You're going to laugh.
No, but-
David Nugent.
Yeah, but is it,
England-
you're
there is no
literally
standard,
picking,
Royce.
You've,
You know
you've
I love
recently
England.
read.
You
know I
you've
love
recently
England.
read the
I mean,
one capped player
Andrew
list,
Johnson.
haven't you?
No,
Fuck's
I just
sake.
know off the top of my head. Joey Barton's played for England.
Yeah, once as
Jimmy
well.
Bullock- Jimmy Bullock
Oh my
went to
God!
5.
Go on, Kareem!
5, please. Yeah!
Hang on. Then we need to take a minute to appreciate quite how cool that was. You know, under pressure in a European tie at Anfield, the geezer had all the time in the world just outside the Liverpool box as he's gone round the keeper. How do you have that composure, that level of composure in that moment? Karim Benzema, history is going to be so kind to that man.
Mate.
Karim
He's a
Benzema
legend,
is
legend.
legend.
Living legend.
Like he's up there now for
Yeah,
for Real Madrid greats. Karim Benzema I'm talking Real Madrid, like Di Stefano.
Yeah.
He is that
Top 5, top
There's
10.
still 23 minutes to go.
5, top 3.
Not, I don't think.
Di
I think
Stefano-
Real Madrid fans.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Who's that? Who's that winning the ball there? Modric.
He's on site.
I need
Why are
to
they
ask
checking it?
Jack. I need the camera as a single. I need a favour from somebody watching this stream.
Oh,
if you are
Modric.
a Real Madrid fan and you honestly know what you're talking about, I have something to ask you.
'Cause we-
Where does Karim Benzema rank? I'm presuming that you're going to say Cristiano Ronaldo 1, Alfredo Di Stefano 2, Raul is going to be in the conversation. Can you tell me? Educate me.
Ramos.
I'm really interested. If you are a Real Madrid fan who knows what they're talking about, is Karim Benzema now elite for your club? Is he statue level?
Again,
Are they
I'm
gonna
not
build
a
statue
Madrid
for him?
fan, but personally, in our era, so again, I can't mention this.
He's the best in our era, apart from
Perez
Ronaldo,
and all
isn't he?
that. Apart from Ronaldo, I'd put him, especially when you consider the team that won 4 European Cups and all that.
Ronaldo left,
especially
and he's filled in.
attacking player-wise. You can maybe argue for a Casemiro or Modric and all that. But attackers, out of those attackers, Bale maybe is up there.
Because also,
but I think Benzema is definitely just behind Ronaldo in terms of importance.
He's been there for years, hasn't he? Been there for years. Do you remember? Because I think he went from Lyon. I think he went from Lyon, and he was like quite
I
skinny.
wouldn't
there
even be
12 years.
surprised if, you know how United fans we acknowledge Ronaldo was the greatest player we saw in that team, but we grew more fonder towards Rooney because he slugged it out, he stayed after he left and all that kind of stuff. Do you reckon Real Madrid fans kind of have that relationship with Benzema? You know, like they've had those other players. Ronaldo was amazing there, then left. Benzema kind of sacrificed himself for Ronaldo to be great. And now he left and he became the best, the main man in that. I think you
Hard to
kind of get
tell.
more credit for that longevity sometimes.
It's hard to tell with Real Madrid because they are a very unique fan base that have very high expectations. They seem to be very fickle in the stadium. We all know about the booing of certain players and
Whistling, if you pass it sideways.
I know that's a cultural thing. It doesn't always mean that they're being serious about it, but I think they'd put Benzema top 10 easily. Maybe it's top 5 at this point.
Do you
If
know
he
when he
was Spanish,
signed?
maybe it's a different thing. I think sometimes
When he signed for Real Madrid, who did he sign with? Because I remember seeing a picture of him, and he looked like
he signed with Kaká. He signed with Ronaldo, Kaká, and Benzema.
Kaká?
I think because
No,
I
he
don't
is
think you can
Benzema.
check that, Jack.
He
I don't
is
think you're busy,
Benzema.
but Benzema signed the same summer as Kaká. I think I remember seeing
What,
them all in
it
the
was
same
Kaká?
kit.
No, it was Kaká and Ronaldo. Wasn't it?
Kaká, Ronaldo, and Benzema.
Because they broke the world record for Kaká, then they bought Ronaldo in
Benzema's
09.
Same summer, is it? Well, I might be wrong.
I think Benzema went there just
It
before.
was the same summer.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, it was the same summer. Yeah.
So Kaká,
They're all in the same
Benzema,
kit. They're all in the same kit. I remember seeing it.
Kaká, Benzema, Ronaldo.
And arguably,
And out of the three, they would have been probably most uninspired by Benzema, and he's gone on to become a great.
well, Kaká flopped unfortunately because of injuries. Ronaldo reached a higher level. No, he flopped at Real Madrid. He flopped at Real Madrid. That's a
Jack, if
fact.
any Real Madrid fans come in with a request to my question, can you put it on screen or let me know? Because I'm genuinely intrigued. Are their fans now going to start putting him in their
I
elite?
think the Rooney shout from Adams, the exact right shout. He's
Rooney.
stayed through thick and thin.
Yeah.
You know, it's mostly thick in it with
It's,
Real Madrid.
it's
They've
not
won
thick
everything.
and thin, is it?
Mainly
You need
thick,
European
but
Cup after.
There's been a couple
No,
of
but thin
flat
for them
seasons.
is when Barcelona are winning.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the start when he joined that's when that was Guardiola, and they didn't win anything.
Most
You know
of them
what?
are saying top 10, but not top 5.
No way, really?
Yeah.
Top 10, but not top 5. And
But
does that
but in
person
Real Madrid's
seem...
history, that's great. You know what I mean?
Amazing.
To be in their top 10 is great.
Mm. Really? Top 10, but not top 5? I'm slightly
I wonder
surprised.
if Roberto Carlos is in there.
Yeah.
Ramos,
Zidane.
Zidane,
But
Beckham, maybe.
he's achieved more than Zidane for that. It's
Woodgate,
mad, innit?
Jonathan Woodgate.
I know
He's
Zidane.
achieved way more.
Yeah, that's what I
way
mean.
more.
He's been there longer, isn't he?
No, but Zidane played for a arguably better. Like the Galacticos team didn't achieve as much as we think
No,
it did.
didn't win it. Did it win a European Cup? I don't think
No,
it did.
no,
Not
didn't.
while it was
It
together.
didn't win a league.
No,
they
the
won that in
Galacticos did
01.
win the league.
Zidane won that in 01.
I'm talking about the
And
Ronaldo,
then-
Beckham, Zidane second version
the-
of Galacticos.
Beckham won the league there, but I don't think
Did
Ronaldo
he?
was there at that point. He did win a La Liga, yeah. Beckham won La
Ronaldo
Liga.
would have been there.
No, because didn't Beckham win the league in every... Like, he won
Yeah,
the
he
league
won La
at AC
Liga.
Milan, Paris Saint-Germain.
Did he?
I think
That's
so.
Yeah, he
amazing.
definitely won La Liga.
Mm.
I remember seeing
I'm a
highlights of
Beckham
AC Milan.
fanboy, bro.
Beckham at AC Milan where he was knocking the ball around in midfield with Seedorf.
They played against
David
Man United.
Ronaldinho on
They
that.
played against Man United. I
Battered
remember.
them 4-0.
Yeah, but he was playing for
Rooney scored.
AC.
Did Rooney score?
Yeah, Rooney. That was the
Yeah.
season when Rooney was through the middle. Valencia
Yeah,
was
yeah.
putting everything on his head.
Yeah, I remember that.
Who was through the middle? Rooney.
Yeah.
Good in the air, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was when he done his metatarsal, remember? 10.
Yeah, he was good in the air, Rooney.
Good player. What a player.
We were playing against Bayern Munich going through. Rooney kind of landed in the Allianz
Hmm.
and did his foot And he was never the same for the
What,
second.
and then the second leg, Van Gaal, Robben volley?
Yeah. Through Carrick's leg.
I remember watching that.
Rafa
I
got sent
knew he
off.
was going to hit it in,
Everyone.
on my life.
Yeah. I mean,
couldn't
he
believe
was
it.
very predictable. There's something going on here. What an episode. Join the community. And, is that Jack putting that?
No, that's from Wizard Marshall.
Oh, that's very nice, Wizard. What an episode. Join the community and let's keep it going. Go on the
subreddit, which is r/theclublive for
does that
more
mean?
banter for the best show on YouTube. Reddit, so it's like where people make communities to discuss the show. So
we got Reddit.
one. It's like there's one for Sopranos where I go and read like people's. When I think about something in an episode, and I think, what did that mean?
What, strangers?
Yeah, like people comment on there.
I
Remember,
mean,
like forums.
Did you know
back in
who
the
you're
day?
reading or?
No, they have a use now. I don't know who
It
it
could be
is. I haven't
anonymous.
even got an account.
I couldn't care less what strangers.
But you know, like if you want to think, what does that mean?
I know what you mean. But
No.
Or what,
So just some bloke's opinion.
This is
some bloke who
so on
lives
the same
in
website
some,
that Adams talks about with The Sopranos, I met a guy for a drink. I never met him. He's like
What?
a mutual.
Like you're on a. Like,
no, I'm saying
like,
there's a
like
group,
what?
There's a
Like
guy.
what? What happened there?
No, there's a group of us, mates, and one of them I didn't know, and he
now there's a group.
joined, and he said, "Oh, you Buvey, I've been reading your Buvey subreddit, and everyone's been slagging you off for your football opinions.
Oh,
so
so
I've got my own subreddit
What subreddit?
wait.
of my opinions
What's
on
the
Reddit.
website?
Apparently,
But wait a minute.
Just a random lad that I'd never met before in this
Do I
pub.
have one?
He was saying, "Oh,
It went from I went to meet this fella to there was a group of us.
No, I'm saying I'm just we went out for a few
Rory
drinks.
Jennings sub.
No, don't do it to yourself, bro.
Does it exist?
It's like
Don't go on it.
it's kind of like
embarrassing.
tweeting your own name, searching.
Yeah,
But I always want to
someone's
know
made-
if it does
someone's-
exist.
No,
someone's
you
made a
don't
thread.
want to know. If you know it
It'd be really
exists,
hard to find.
then you might go look.
Oh, it'd
for
be
it.
hard to find.
Yeah, it's like a subreddit, but it's a subreddit of.
I
of
don't
me,
want to know what people
unfortunately.
think of me.
No, I don't. Either.
Ignorance
I've
is
not,
bliss.
I've not watched it. I mute every tweet I'm in.
Unless
Hang on.
unless you love me, then tell me. But if you hate me, don't tell me.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
Actually, if you hate me,
You're
tell
never
me
gonna
so I
find
can
it,
call you a
Royce.
wanker.
Well, it's typical.
you got a phone from 1995 still. You're using. Do you know what I mean? So
Bruv, look at his case. I see your cases get ripped everywhere, bro.
I know people don't like it.
Mm.
It's very good though. It's practical.
It's the mark of the
It
old
looks
man.
good and practical. It looks good and it's practical.
I think when you
This
carry
game-
one of those phone cases around, like you need your prostrate examined.
Prostate.
prostrate enamelled. What does that mean?
You need
Just say prostrate
He needs his
enamelled.
prostate examined. It's
Enamelled.
that time of year.
What is it? Seasonal? A prostate exam.
It's as soon as you get that phone, you gotta go. You check yourself in for prostate. By the
Should
way,
be allowed for the
15 minutes
prostate,
left.
check your balls, fellas.
I don't think.
It's a different part of the body, bruv.
It's different, yeah, but
All the same in it,
Do
really.
that as
Just,
well,
just
though.
be healthy, guys.
Tough question.
down
Who
there.
do you guys
An
rate
apple a day
more for
keeps the-
Madrid? Modric or Benzema? From Mosine. Thank you very much.
Personally, I really wanted Benzema when he was at Lyon. So I would say Benzema because I've always wanted him since then.
I prefer
But
Modric.
I know Modric is an amazing player.
I think
I think it's harder to control a game like Modric does than what Benzema does.
That might be,
I know it's
yeah, I
crazy,
agree with that.
but that's just
I
my
agree
thing.
with that.
but that's not his job. His job is to score goals.
Yeah, I know, but I think it's harder to control a game of football the way Modric has versus the amount of goals.
I think
that Benzema
Modric
scored.
is a more skilled overall footballer, but I think Benzema. There are fewer Benzemas than there
Both
are
got a
Modric.
Ballon d'Or piece.
I don't think there's many. I think there's 5 or 6 Modric's ever in football.
Yeah, but
I think it's
but
10
Benzema.
or-
I think Benzema's
You
basically
could
on
argue
his
there's a
own.
Van Nistelrooy. There's a loads of players that are like
currently playing.
Benzema. Oh,
They're the
right,
only
well,
two
yeah.
players, Ronaldo, Messi era, to have won the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's nothing between them actually. They're just
Mad,
both
innit?
elite. Yeah.
And who's the last
Kaka.
one? Yeah, easy one. Pub quiz, isn't it? That one easy.
Mm.
Easy one, that one.
Because I remember in 2007, United played AC Milan and we beat them 3-2 at Old Trafford, Rooney the late goal. And then you go into the San Siro thinking, oh, we got a chance here. And they just put on a
I
show.
can't
and
believe
battered
that
us.
this game is
Kaka Pirlo's third
5-2.
off. It's mad, isn't it?
I can't believe
I
it.
can believe it in a way.
Like this is a crazy.
Real Madrid have this thing over Liverpool, don't they?
They do. Is if
Well, that's a great cross from
if
Milner.
they
That's
got-
a
who's that?
poor touch from Jota.
Jota.
Told you.
if Liverpool were to get one back now, there's a chance. Without one,
No.
like they can't go there needing 3.
They don't have the energy to go to the Bernabeu.
I just can't believe it.
Can you imagine if away goals
from
rule
2-0 down?
Bloody hell.
They're
From
out.
2-0 down to 5-2 up. There is
can you
only
see
one club in
5
the
at home?
world. There's only one club in the world that do that to Liverpool, I'm afraid.
Like the Champions League night will
Yeah.
look all shiny and all that
Do
on
you
the
know-
highlights, mate. It's a football game and you conceded 5 at Anfield.
Do you know who's got to be
Embarrassing.
gutted?
Shocking.
Darwin Núñez has got to be gutted. His goal is going
Means
to be
nothing.
completely forgotten.
I've forgotten already. I think he's a donkey.
I've-
I don't care anymore. They're 5-2. Basically, they're 5-0 down. He's an Andy Carroll.
You've just taken
He's
two
Reading's
goals
Andy
off them.
Carroll.
They're basically 5-0 down. They're 5-2 down, but I'm going to call it 5-0.
Basically, you round down, don't you? Think about it. It's basically 5-0. That you round down. Think about it.
Oh,
what is that?
Matip on the back post.
Matip's not very good player, is he?
I was right impressed with your Sopranos knowledge. You did well there.
I've
I didn't
honestly
know. Did you know that? I didn't know that.
I watched it 3 times back to back.
I did not know that you were part of this club. I mean, welcome.
I'm a bit like that, Buvey. So what I've watched it, and then like I kind of just go through it, but not consistently. Like, I won't go home and watch an episode tonight. But if I'm ever looking for something to watch, I'll stick an
whack
episode
an
on.
episode.
And then maybe in a month I'll end up watching another episode.
One of the writers from The Sopranos, Matthew Wino, made Mad Men. So if you like,
I've heard
it's
of
different. It's different, obviously, but it's the best show of all time.
There's
for
that
me.
thing as well.
Mad Men.
What is it? The Lotus, the White Lotus.
Whitest
Oh,
Lotus,
that's funny. Right.
Yeah, it's good that.
The-
Michael Imperioli.
Is he True Detective?
No.
Oh, you need to watch it,
I haven't
lads.
got it. I
Oh,
haven't got the
it's
channel.
on HBO. You'd love it, lads. 8 episodes.
Oh, Jamie Jam Jars, I know him. He's a Hearts
Oh,
fan.
man, you say this every stream.
I'm just telling you.
All right.
He likes that.
He's no longer your guy. He's our guy.
No, he's
Memory like a sieve.
Sick of it.
I didn't forget that I've told you.
Sand through your hands.
I didn't forget that I've told you.
Look at it, zoom in on this. Can you use sand through my hands like that?
Mate, when I say something, I don't forget that I've said it before.
How would you mimic sand like that? It's like sand through my hands.
But I haven't forgot. You're acting like I forgot.
You did.
I didn't forget.
Jimmy Jam Jars, art
Every
fan.
day.
Every time that he every time
I've
he
heard that 20 times in a month.
every time he comes in, I'm gonna acknowledge his
Annoying, bro.
contribution.
He's our mate. He's not yours.
He's mine.
He's ours.
No,
bro.
he's not ours. He's mine.
Ah,
He comes here. He comes here.
Don't even watch
How
your
much money was
shit
donated?
channel
How much
anymore.
money was donated by Jimmy Jim Jams?
£5.
£5 goes to Royals. I don't want any. I don't want to touch it. It's not mine. Goes to Royals. It's his mate. A Hearts fan, apparently. Hearts fan.
He's what?
Hearts fan.
He's what?
Also, the reason I called him a Hearts fan, he's not a Hearts fan.
No,
He's a
isn't
Hibs
it?
fan.
No, he's not a Hearts fan at all. It's just the
The Jammed Hearts.
Jammed Hearts are Hearts.
Can we
Oh, I
see
thought
what
he
he
was a Hearts
said?
fan.
No, he's not a Hearts fan.
I didn't even get to read
Who
what
does
he
he
said.
support then?
Don't know.
Jimmy Jim Jams. Give us 50 quid so we can read out who you support.
All right, what do you think the best international side of all time is? Country and era. My granddad
Brazil,
always
innit?
said
It's easy.
the Hungarian side in the 50s.
Oh, he's one
with
of them.
Pushkas.
He's one of them.
What?
I mean,
older.
Football hipster.
I think.
Hungary of all time. You having a laugh? Hungry.
I think is the answer not Brazil 1970?
Give me another one from the Pushkas, except Pushkas on that Hungary side. Give me another one that played.
I don't know.
Exactly. It's a
But
sham.
I know that.
It's a
I know
sham.
that. I know that part of Real Madrid's.
a sham.
You know the Real Madrid era, the Di Stefano era.
Yeah.
Pushkas was part of that.
Yeah. But give me another Hungarian from that.
For
era.
me,
Mate, I didn't say Hungary. Why are you starting on me about Hungary? I didn't say Hungary were the best team ever. I said probably Brazil
This
1970.
kid said Hungary. You having a laugh?
I think this isn't my learned knowledge. This is what I've been taught. That the Brazil team of 1970 is the best
in my
international
time,
team.
in my time, again, I'm quantifying that or qualifying that. In my time, and I know they didn't win at the time, but it's that Brazil team around 98, noughties. For me, they should have won it.
They did win
Obviously,
98.
Ronaldo had the
Oh,
fit,
sorry,
and
2002.
it
They
didn't
won it
happen.
in 02.
Yeah, but I thought in
Slightly
'98 they
different.
were a better team, man. And I just love Brazil. I love them shirts. I loved everything about it. I love football
As
at
far-
that time.
as far
For
as
me,
I
that's the
know,
best
if
If that
international.
But
side played the
Brazilians-
Spain side of 2010, they lose to Spain.
2010 Spain were the biggest frauds of all time.
Oh,
They scored about
They
5
lost-
goals in
they
the whole
lost as well,
tournament.
didn't they? They lost their first
lost against
game.
Switzerland.
Yeah.
They scored about 5 goals.
did Argentina.
Boring, bruv. Boring, bruv. 5 goals. That Brazil team.
It's not about. I'm not
But
even
you know-
saying about
you know-
exciting.
you know
You're
in
right.
Brazil-
It's more exciting.
You know, in
Adam's right.
Brazil, from my understanding at least, in Brazil they'll say they're 72.
Yeah, well, yeah. In East London, you'll say 1966 England side. is
No,
the best
no,
side of all
but
time.
Adam's brought in a Brazil team. I'm just saying that the Brazil team in Brazil
Oh yeah,
is the
yeah,
70.
they consider that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Zico and all that.
Yeah. Pele.
Pele, yeah.
So who's yours?
Pele's
It's a personal preference. Mine's is the 98 to noughties Brazil team.
I think you're right in terms of the style, but if I had to put money on one of all time, it's Spain 2010. I've
get
never seen
battered by
anyone
that
control
Brazil
a
team.
game like Spain did.
They get battered by that Brazil team.
They don't. They keep the ball.
They do.
They don't even get the ball.
And they're not better than France. That won
France
the World Cup
98.
and the
France
Euros.
98 2000
Mm.
was a very, very
You
good
could get
team.
them.
Think you could get them?
Yeah.
You couldn't.
Oh, I'm not a professional footballer.
Leboeuf-
Sat here at a table with you.
Leboeuf, Desailly,
I met
as a
I
spine.
met Marcel Desailly.
Barthez,
He's a very strange
Liz
character.
Razu.
Barthez, Desailly.
Yeah,
Lizarazu.
you've already lost then. Barthez. My guy's got
Barthez.
Casillas in goal.
Lizarazu,
Not a good
Thuram.
player.
Barthez was a good goal.
He's a decent keeper.
What?
He's not.
Are you stupid,
Barthez.
Barthez.
Wait, lads, we're saying the best of all time in the
He
World
won
Cup
the
era.
Champions League and all
Casillas,
that, bruv.
we're Casillas, Buffon. You know,
No
Oliver
one's
Kahn.
compared it.
You just said Barthez.
You're stupid, bro.
You guys have got dusty ball knowledge, man.
That's how I know, yeah.
You guys got dusty. Honestly,
He only
Dusty.
watched
Mate,
Premier
Fabian
League football.
Barthez, good goalie. This isn't even up for debate.
He
Was
only
he
knows
world-class?
Barthez against Arsenal.
was he? No. Was he world class?
Yes.
No, so you don't know what you want. You
He
don't know
won
what
a
day it is.
Champions League.
It's a Tuesday night. You don't know what day it is.
You know what? You know how world class he was. He won a Champions League, a World Cup, a Euros. Then he quit and he went and won Le Mans. That's how much of a bad man he was.
He was
You
good at
mug.
driving around. I can drive around a little car park all
And
day.
he pissed on the pitch once.
I don't think...
He was never
Eccentric.
world class.
Yes, he was.
Good keeper, never world class.
He was.
Never world class.
1974 Holland.
That's not- no.
He's got a Premier League title as well.
So is Fabian
One more
Delph.
than Gerrard.
I'll tell you a team I
Costello
like, actually.
Cinnamon does.
Do you know a team that I like? You know the team that... When did Van Basten score the volley against the USSR? The Ruud Gullit Van Basten
Oh,
team.
92? No.
No, 92 was Denmark. 92 was John Jensen for Denmark.
88.
88.
Yeah.
Also, I love the kit.
Yeah, nice kid.
That
yeah.
Dutch kit was brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
That KNVB kit.
Who's that? Ruud Gullit in midfield?
No, Ruud Gullit and Van
Patrick
Basten. Frank Rijkaard.
Yeah.
It was Frank Rijkaard in midfield. Gullit and Van Basten up front.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Mm.
Do you know another good team? The Klinsmann Germany side.
From 80s.
From 1990, it would have been that era, wouldn't it? 1990, 1994.
Yeah, 94.
Another team I quite like the Dutch side. You know, I like the Dutch side of '98. Overmars, Bergkamp,
Yeah.
Wim Jonk, Aaron Winter.
Yapstam,
Yapstam, Clarence Seedorf.
Edgar Davids.
Yeah, because also I really like that Ajax team that won the European Cup and should have won too. You know, '95 when Kluivert scored.
Edwin van der Sar.
I mean, it was all Dutch lads as well, wasn't it?
De
Rieziger.
Boer. Both De Boer.
Both the Boers.
Yeah.
Was it
Wim
Reisiger?
Jonk in the middle.
Reisiger?
Michael Reisiger.
Yeah.
The
Peter Van
the
Hooijdonk.
keeper, your keeper.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
said
said Van der
that.
Sar.
Yeah.
Clivert.
Clivert up front.
Cool.
I used to always want us to sign Clivert.
Do you know who
the
else was there?
summer we
What was
signed York?
the guy from Finland who went to Liverpool?
Sammy Herpier.
No.
Jari Litmanen.
Jari Litmanen.
Litmanen.
Yeah.
He was at Barca.
Jari Litmanen.
Yeah, Jari Litmanen was a baller.
Because you know what happened as well? Ajax won it that year, and then they got to the final the following year against Juve,
And they should have won that.
and they should have won it. And I think since it's been kind of acknowledged in '96 that Juve were
Is it
more
Deschamps?
energetic. Deschamps was in the team. Yeah, Vialli. It was Vialli, Antonio Conte. But it was acknowledged that Juventus was slightly more fit than perhaps they should have been. They had a little bit too much energy. And that's the last time Juve won a European Cup, you know, '96.
Because they lost the final at Old Trafford, didn't they?
They've lost a lot of finals.
Oh yeah, they've lost a few since then. The last one against Madrid, but the one I remember the
They
one.
lost
against
one.
AC.
The one in
one of the worst
Cardiff.
finals in a long time at Old Trafford. Remember that?
Mandzukic scored a wicked goal. Yeah, the one at yeah.
Mandzukic. Yeah. Just remembering that. You know,
Scored a
some
really
memories.
good goal in Cardiff.
Yeah, yeah.
5 minutes to go here at
That was a good
Anfield.
final, actually.
It's Harvey Elliott dyed his hair.
Don't know.
God.
It's always looked shit though, innit?
It's not good when you need him. You've conceded 5 at home to Real Madrid. You got this kid coming on.
Got super noodles on his head.
Look at Rory's face.
I reckon Rory's a man that has never had a super noodle sandwich.
I've
Oh,
never
you
eaten a super noodle.
no, you
I've
do.
never had hair dye either. That's what I'm more upset by.
You never dyed your hair?
Of course, I haven't dyed my hair.
Buvey, you had a few highlights in your hair?
No, I haven't. No.
No, you're not too bad.
I'm
for
getting
that.
greys as well.
Yeah, that
I'm sitting next
happens,
to you
mate.
chumps.
Mate, that Harvey, what's his name?
Elliot.
Dyeing his hair like that, mate.
I don't know if he has. Has he?
It's not natural, is it?
It's not
You don't have
natural,
your
bro.
hair doesn't change colour halfway through
It
the
might
strand.
be. It might be a genetic thing.
What, genetically morphing
Genetically
hair colour?
bleaches his hair.
Might be.
Don't be stupid.
It's like the X-Men.
Just don't.
Guess who I met last week, by the way?
X-Men.
I met Wolverine. Hugh Jackman. Got a selfie.
Look how
with him.
happy you are with
Mate,
yourself.
Wolverine. Yeah,
Mate,
like,
do you know-
come on,
do you-
Adam.
no, but
Give it
you
to me.
didn't-
Adam loves it.
No, but you
Good
didn't.
that.
You didn't meet him in your own right.
Good that.
You
I
didn't
did.
really meet him.
I did. Look, I'll take- let
that's
me
not-
show you the
No, but it's
selfie.
not meeting him.
I got a selfie.
That's
with
not
him.
meeting him
Why?
because you were just employed.
No,
You
no,
happened to be in his path. You're interchangeable. You could have been anyone.
no. I got a selfie with him. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's an
Have
awful
you- have you-
selfie.
have you-
That's an awful selfie.
Let me see it
I'm not as impressed anymore.
No. He said that. I'm not doing it. Now.
You know when it's
have
a
you
better
seen
picture?
have you seen his film Prisoners?
Yeah.
That's an
What
intense
a
film, man. That's,
Shall I tell
that is
you?
an
Shall I tell you the
Have you
tip?
seen Logan?
Never take a selfie like on yourself.
but I
you need
want-
to get someone to take
No,
the
but
picture
mate,
because
his
it
agent
always
wasn't
looks
having
like
it.
a
His
better
agent wasn't
picture.
having it, mate.
Yes.
Well, his agent didn't want
You
you
know
to
if
do
an
it,
agent
did it
tells
anyway.
me
Mate,
Yeah.
I'm such a big X-Men fan.
Grow up, will you,
Honestly,
Booth?
God, I'm a massive X-Men fan.
You're letting us down, begging for pictures.
Begging it. You
I do one a year. I do one
Why
a
are
year.
you begging?
No.
Stop
Last year I did
begging it.
As
John
soon as
Hamm.
an agent says, you go, all right, fuck off, I'm Booth.
No, but he did it as I'd already done it.
No.
No,
trust
but
me,
mate,
trust me.
also don't. Come on, mate. You representing us now.
You're letting
I
us
want to
down.
get a selfie with you lads later, but that's off the
Mate.
cards now.
You've got to stop this nonsense.
But Boovy's
Begging
basically
it.
just said, if you see him in the street, you can just run up to his face and take a selfie. Because he did it to Hugh Jackman.
Yep.
Not us, though, because we don't do that.
Lads, it was Wolverine.
Did he have his things?
No. What a guy, by the way. What a guy. What a character.
That film Prisoners is so intense,
And at the end where he's under the thing.
mate. So intense.
No. Do you think he finds him at the end?
Yeah.
Great review, that. The end when he's under the thing. Thanks.
Mate,
I really want to watch
do
that.
you know
I
that film?
really,
that
really-
film, I was so I had no idea what I was getting myself into. It's deep and tense, and like you're on the edge of your seat. It's really, really aggressive, and I didn't realise. I thought I'll just watch a bit of Hugh Jackman here. God,
While
Big
Rory's
journal.
talking about movies, something that can help you with your movie watching and other things online, protection and security and all those things is NordVPN. And NordVPN are proud sponsors of the club. Yes, they are our very first sponsor. This is our very first sponsored show, and they're going to be with us for the foreseeable. Yes, you can get exclusive offers, but you can also get a big birthday bonanza bonus deal
you've run out
Discount.
of. I mean, that was
That
good
was great.
alliteration, really
Yeah.
good alliteration, but you went one too
for
far.
their 11th birthday over at nordvpn.com/the club.
No, we're delighted to welcome NordVPN onto the club. Thank you so much for partnering with us, and there are so many benefits. Buvey, tell everyone about that.
For me, it's the service of being able to watch football anywhere in the world. And obviously, with the discount code that you'll get being a supporter of the club, helping us out massively, you can go on to obviously nordvpn.com/the club, get a massive discount, and you can watch movies, watch sport anywhere around the world. And it's a premium service. It's the best going of its kind.
Of all of the VPNs in all of the world, Nord is by far and away the best.
Say, it's like we all use VPNs at this point in our lives. It's just a modern day thing. And if you're going to use anything, it's going to be NordVPN. So they support good content like we've shown today, lads. This stream's been fantastic.
And
They support
crucially,
it.
it's their birthday. They are 11, and they are giving you massive discounts. And the best thing about these discounts is there is no jeopardy whatsoever. You get a 30-day money-back guarantee, and guess what? One subscription, 6 devices.
Ooh. You know what? On my birthday, I like to receive more money, but NordVPN are different.
They like to
They're
give
going,
it
it's
away.
our birthday, you give us less money.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
that.
you benefit. The customer benefit.
Yeah.
I
The
love it.
customer benefits. And if you're a member of the club,
And if
Head
you need
over.
a VPN, they're supporting us. So if you support them, everybody wins. Thank
links
you
in the
so much.
description. Thank you very much to them. We've still got a few minutes here. Liverpool really need a goal if they want to take any sort of hopes to the Bernabeu.
They don't
Weirdly,
want hopes.
let's say if it was 5-2 at the Bernabeu, you give them a little chance at Anfield, don't you? Because they
Yeah,
get the first
yeah,
goal at
yeah.
Anfield, like against Barcelona.
Yeah, they're not
Anything
going
can
to.
happen.
They're not winning 3. The only thing is,
They have to win
it's
4.
Liverpool. The problem with it being Liverpool is they're up against Real Madrid. But do you remember when? What's the beast turnaround that we've ever had? The Barcelona PSG.
4-0.
Barcelona PSG.
That was 4 as well, though. I think.
Oh, wait. No, yeah, he's right.
But I think Liverpool Barca was because it was semi-final, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it's semi-final.
So that's bigger, isn't it?
Liverpool
PSG,
Barca.
Barca,
No, but
neither
Liverpool
won it.
Barca wasn't 4. Liverpool Barca was 3.
And Liverpool needed to win 4-0.
4. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
4-3. Yeah.
God dear, oh dear. Sometimes I feel like I'm just surrounded by.
You know what? We do
My
so
memory's-
many games.
My memory's
yeah.
like a sieve.
Yeah, your memory, mate. It's like the
Honestly.
sands of time running through the.
It's like sands through my hands.
Where's Jimmy Bar Jim Jam? He's a Hearts fan. Shout out to you, mate. Thanks for supporting the channel.
He's a big man off my channel, you know. He's always on my channel,
Yeah,
Jimmy,
yeah.
Jimmy Jab Jar.
He's a Hearts fan, you know. He's a Hearts fan.
He loves the hearts.
Do you know what? He's a Hearts fan, lads.
Yeah.
Dear, oh dear.
Loves the arts, does Jimmy?
I've got to say, if you're new here and you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel.
Do you think
Really
we can
appreciating
hit
it.
100,000 subscribers soon?
Yeah, I want 100,000 before Man City win the Premier League, please.
Oh, mate.
Oh God, no.
Well,
No,
wait,
but maybe
when
I should have said
before
that. League Cup final.
How many subscribers?
Adam finally wins a trophy.
Genuinely, how many subscribers do we have at the moment? Does anyone-
91.48.
And how many people are watching?
6,000.
So if all of you subscribe now, if you aren't subscribed yet,
we can get to maybe 92.5, 93.
What are you doing?
I'm pointing to them.
Sorry,
Right.
mate. You've shook me there. I thought you saw something like intimidating.
No, I'm just pointing.
Mate,
It's
that's
a call to
really
action.
weird. Really weird. Actually,
He wants to be
mate,
like
that's a
that
really
guy.
weird thing to do. What on earth are you doing?
We want you. You know that? Remember that war thing?
Yeah. Your country needs
You're
you.
comparing me to World War One
Yeah.
propaganda. Hundreds of thousands of men laid their lives down, and you're comparing
We
me to
want
that.
you at
Millions.
the club.
Subscribe, by the way, lads.
Yeah, not to the war. Not to the war.
No.
Don't subscribe to the war. Subscribe to
Although
the club.
if you could click subscribe, because I really like the
was
idea
Uncle Sam.
of having a I really like the idea of having a 100k plaque.
I think we put it here.
Why'd you put it on that side? It's down the middle. Divided down the middle.
Well,
Like,
where do you want it?
In the middle, between all
Fireplace?
three of us.
Could it go? Where's the best place for it?
Yeah, it goes here.
No, it's not going on Adam's side.
No, it's not going
I've
to
contributed more than Adam the
What about
last 4
here?
weeks.
Absolute nonsense. Boo.
No, because it will look like it's coming out of my head.
Yeah. We'll
Maybe
worry
we
about
get
that
rid
when
of
we
this.
get there.
No, but people might only
I
want us
say
to get
Shotgun,
it.
by the
if
way,
they
shotgun
just-
lads. I
I
want
say
this
here.
logo, lads. When we move studio,
I
and we have
say-
to upgrade.
I say
I'll
here.
shotgun the logo. I want this logo
You
in my
don't-
flat.
That's not how you do it.
No.
You
Shotgun.
don't just go shotgun.
I do.
And
That's how
you've
I
won.
used
And we're
to do
going to
it
give that
back
away.
then.
Well, back in Peckham.
Huh?
That's how you used
West
to do it
Country.
back in Peckham.
Shotgun, yeah.
No, mate. Also, you can't say back in Peckham. Like,
I love
as
that.
if you're from there.
Rory's the only one that can stand up on set.
Yeah, I want to stand up now.
Hey, look, yeah. Mate, I could do the whole show like this.
It's like horse racing, isn't it? It's like
I could
horse
do the whole
racing
show.
commentator. He's running down the straight now, running down the straight now.
yeah.
Oh my God, Rory's running down the straight now.
Oh, dear.
It's over at Anfield and it's over in the Champions
Yeah,
League
it's
for
over.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
Real Madrid 5, Liverpool
Carlo
2.
Ancelotti, the best manager to have ever lived.
Club
arguably.
is falling apart again.
Who sung that song, Buvey? Get it right or die.
Huh?
Who
Liverpool
sung that
fans.
song? Who sung the original?
Who sung
Wait.
Love Will Tear You Apart again?
Joy Division.
Who's the lead singer of Joy Division?
Oh. Why are you putting me on the spot as if I don't know anything about
So you
culture?
don't know anything about music?
Mate, you're in EastEnders, the most uncultured TV series of all time.
No,
okay?
no.
I love
Listen,
EastEnders.
EastEnders
Right.
is the most British heritage.
It's
And
beautiful.
Rory's a huge part of that.
Neil
and-
Curtis. No.
Ian
Curtis.
Curtis. Neil Curtis. who
Didn't he go
made
to the
his-
moon?
Sports journalist, isn't he? Neil Curtis.
Neil Custis.
And on that note,
What a legend.
guys, thank you very much for tuning in. We have had another great show.
Thank
we
you.
almost beat the record for the viewers as well, the most concurrent viewers. We didn't quite get there, but 7,000
didn't we?
tuning in today.
Flopped.
Absolutely unbelievable. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already.
Thank you so
Like
much.
the video,
Thank you to
comment, share.
NordVPN. Click subscribe and we'll see you all on Sundays. Buvey and I watching Tottenham and then the final.